4. You're probably right, but you have to tell me which ones they are because I don't remember which ones they are. I figured out a couple of them, but there may be more of them. So if you're sitting out there just to tell me, we already did this at another meeting. We're going to get to a point where I'm going to ask you about that, and then hopefully we can make you go away. But I don't know how much we're going to get accomplished tonight. Okay, Julia, you're there. Now I see Bogdan, I see Gina, I see Arthur, I see Julia. Am I missing anybody? All right, so we need 7, and that's 5.
Oh, Eric is there. Eric, I see Eric's name.
You see Eric?
I see his name. Yeah.
I'm here. Hi, everybody.
Oh, there he is. Okay.
I see Julia.
Hey,
Now,
Gina.
Hi. Oh, I see Tommy Torres.
yeah, well, some of you are going to have to do some work tonight because I don't think, but Rob is coming, and I have to dig through all this various paperwork that we have to read because we can't seem to have real meetings. So, like I said, if you sent in stuff today, I haven't opened it because I've worked all day and have just shown up here. So, now, committee, you have the tally sheet, all of you?
Yes.
Yes.
We do. Yes.
Okay. Go to the page 6.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
So we've got, all right. So number 1 was postponed in April. They've asked to go to June. Number 2, there's an agreement floating around, but I haven't had a chance to read it, but we'll have to get to that one in a minute. I don't know whether 3 is here or not. Because we only got the materials on that one like on the day of the last meeting. So, and that was the last person we sort of did not listen to them.
Would it be possible for you to list who you're actually speaking of? Because I don't have a tally sheet, or is there an easy place?
No, because I'm talking to the committee right now.
Copy that.
They don't give us time to have meetings outside of all you guys sitting in the room, so I'm trying the best way I can do this. Number 4, it asked for a postpone on April 26th. Number 5, they were postponed on the 26th. They've also asked to June. So both 1 and 5 are going to go to June. Element 88, which is number 6. We'll see where we are on those. So if you want to do the postponed ones first, or do we want to start off at the top of the list? Who's we don't have a quorum, so I know what we're going to do.
But try to, Tom, take care of the postponed.
All right.
Tom?
So,
you have a quorum, Mr. Burrows.
I do. Who showed up?
Mr. Torres.
Does that make 7?
You have Torres,
Cool.
Foster,
Okay, got it.
Gabanowski, Brzaitis,
I got it. I can
Bogdan,
count.
and
We can't
yourself
waste any
is
more
7.
time.
Mr. Burrows, can I just jump in really quick so we don't waste any more of your time?
First, you got to say your name because I have no clue who you are.
Yeah, of course.
My name is. I can't see what's going on in the room.
Sure. My name is Riley Maud. I'm with the law firm of Helbron and Levy. We also represent Mala Greenpoint Project, LLC.
You represent a lot of people, and you send in a lot of late applications for missed 30-day notices, which ties up our time.
Well, my apologies about that. I just wanted to.
You've been apologizing for years about late submissions.
It's not a late submission. It's rather that we
move
had
forward.
emailed to ask
All right,
that
so we want to do
they be postponed
postponements.
to June
What do you want to postpone?
for Mala Project Greenpoint,
Do I have
LLC.
enough? All right, let's go through that. Okay, committee, We've had
What's the address?
requests.
What's the address?
Hang on, Bogdan. We have a request from number 19 to postpone to June, okay?
Okay.
All right, so that goes to June. Anybody here asking for a postponement? Did anybody read any postponements in the emails?
Yes,
Me?
I did.
Which one?
Number 3.
Number 3? Blue Pear, they asked for a postponement?
No. That's the number from postponed. But beside who wants to postpone that is that number, 1 second. 19, that's correct.
19 requested a postponement. Did any of you see anybody else in the emails asking for a postponement? Okay.
And
Number 16.
I
Number
believe
16.
number 7, I believe.
Well, believing and knowing are two different things. So
Number 16, I saw request postponement on 5/24, requested postponement on number 16
okay.
by Jeremy, the Swingers.
Hi, Tom. I'm here for number 7. This is Phil Dorn, attorney speaking. Bogdan had just mentioned number 7. We didn't request a postponement, but we're of a capacity over your 250 number. So if it is ultimately going to get postponed, then we might as well discuss it now or postpone it now.
Two different words. Discuss, postpone.
Well,
All right.
we
At
certainly don't want.
the last public meeting, we wanted to have the corporation to be formed by Bernard Torres needs to request a presentation to the full community board. And we had listed that June Shine was postponed to meet with Berry Street Alliance of Mario Domerick.
I'm speaking about number 7, AD Williamsburg Inc.
Right. Yeah, the
this is up
hotel
here.
number 5, which is the hotel, number 7, which was the large entertainment venue, and there was a third one we had suggested.
And number 4 is also has over 250 people. Number 4.
Number 4.
Number 4.
272 Mesro Street.
We approved them in January.
Yes, but of course, but they are on the.
Okay, that's the Bogdan.
Yes.
After we did the approvals, the SLA came out with some new thing about places that were opening and places that previously had bars could open immediately with a temporary permit for 90 days, and they had to come back and tell us. So 250 Mesrol is coming back to tell us that they're going to be temporarily opening the location that we approved immediately.
Okay.
And there's a lot of those. That's what I asked about at the beginning. Are there any of those people here who we approved previously for a new liquor license who were then forced to come back to ask for a temporary permit because we didn't have enough things to do? So one of those is 17 Meadow Street, which we've already done before, and 270 Messerol was one we've done before. Super Burrito we did before. Those are the only 3 that popped off in my head. So that's why I was like, if any of you recognize any other ones we've done before, those are done. Okay. So where was I? So AD Williamsburg, you were to request from the full board to be on the next full board meeting to present about the hotel.
Correct. And we have since been notified that we are on as a presenter for the June 7th public hearing.
Okay. And then you're going to have to come back to us again. So, you know, we can postpone you to the June meeting, and you've sent us all this stuff already.
I mean, we're happy to discuss it tonight. We just thought
But
that
I'm not.
right. We figured your protocol is to do public hearing first and then come
Well,
to
there's also 24 people here, and we've already spent 10 minutes on you.
So we'll do it as you always do it. We'll go to the public hearing on the
Yes,
7th.
please. But do you know what you have to present about? You know, you're presenting as a hotel. You got to talk about the size of your hotel. You got to
We're not a
present
hotel.
where your outdoor space is, your indoor space, where your drop-offs are, where blah, 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 all that kind of stuff.
I understand the general sentiment, but we are not a hotel. We are an art venue.
You know, sorry, wrong one. There is a hotel on this list.
But yes, we understand what we should present about on the
Okay.
7th at the public hearing.
Right. Okay. So you're on the June. Okay. While we're all here talking about dates, the June meeting is on June 21st because we moved it up a week. The July meeting is on July 19th. The August meeting is August 23rd. And the September one is September 22nd, which I believe is a Thursday because the Tuesday is a holiday. So just so you all know what those dates are. All right. So anybody else have anything unique that we can move along? Okay, so number 7, AD, you're going to make the presentation to the full board, and then you'll come back at the June meeting. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Number 2 and number 4 are previously approved by us and are just for the temporary retail permit, and we're not going to go over that. We already approved them, so we don't need to worry about that. And number 9, which is Super Burrito, we also previously approved. Okay, number 16 is requested a postponement. And number 19 is requested a postponement. All right, moving right along. Now, back to the previously postponed items. Number 1, 78 Kingsland. You guys have to present at June also. Is anybody here from 78 Kingsland? Okay, so they're postponed to June because they're presenting at the full board meeting in June as well. Okay. Now I have here that lemons and olives, which is number 5. Anybody here from number 5, lemons and olives? Okay, they previously requested a postponement from the committee by email. Okay. All right, so let's go to June Shine.
Hi, Tom. Harry Callion here, attorney for June Shine. We were conditionally approved at the last meeting, and then after the meeting, they were still executing stipulations with the Berry Street Alliance. They have since, and so they were requested to postpone, which they did. We sent in the fully executed stipulations with Berry Street. You should have copies of those. And that should fulfill the conditional approval requirement.
All right, I don't have my regular attendance person here, so is anybody here from Berry Street?
Yes, I'm here.
Who's me?
I'm sorry. This is Shannon from Berry Street Alliance.
Okay.
And yeah, we did come up with a contract, and they signed it. I just need the signature back from Forrest, but yeah,
Okay,
we
so
did agree. We
here's-
met.
Where are you, Shannon? I'm looking for you.
I don't
Your
know.
face.
I'm taking my face off because I'm getting harassed too much by other community.
Oh, okay,
members.
okay, that's
Yeah.
fine. All right, that's fine. So Shannon, what is your last name again?
It's Phipps. P is in Peter.
All right, right. I got it. Got it. And the person who spoke on behalf of June Shine, what was that name again?
Harry.
Tom, Harry Callion. I'm the attorney.
Oh, there you
for
are.
June
Okay,
Shine.
I found you.
Hi,
I
Tom.
found you.
Okay, great.
I believe after June 9th, we're supposed to go back to real meetings. I don't know what's going to happen. So, did you get to meet with Mary also? Did Mary Adamrick get to come and?
She was on the correspondence, and I updated her on everything. She was kind of hard to peg down, but for all practical purposes, we have satisfied that request. And she
Okay.
has signed
Well,
off.
no, you don't have to satisfy anything. It's the applicant, so we sent them off to meet with Berry Street and Mary. So
Yeah, and they did. The applicants were very proactive about trying to connect with Mary.
okay, all
So
right.
they did.
All right, so I have a quorum now, committee, and we did a conditional approval the last time with them reaching out to Berry Street and to Mary O'Domerick. So, anybody want to do anything? Board
So,
members?
so I would like to make a motion to approve them.
Second,
Okay.
Eric Brusadas.
Anybody opposed to that?
Made the motion.
Excuse me?
This is Forster. Who made the motion?
Bogdan.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I know, it's like we have to recognize each other's voices. Anybody opposed to approving this now they've done their outreach and come to an agreement with the community? I don't hear any opposition, so I would say we've approved it. Okay? So number
Thank you,
two,
Tom.
you
Thank
did a
you.
good job. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you.
I know it was torturous,
Yeah,
but we
thank
got through it.
Thank you.
All right, now, Denor FMW LLC. Are they
I'm
here
here.
again?
I'm here on that application. I'm the representative, Stephanie
All right.
Hendricks. The
Okay,
applicant
thank you
is
for
on the
giving.
phone.
Okay, you understood
on-
clearly. You had to give your name because I'm trying to watch the paperwork. Okay, so
Stephanie Hendricks for the representative. Excuse me, Stephanie Hendricks as the representative.
it's okay. We'll get through it. Where did she go? I just had her face.
I'm here.
Lost her. No, you moved off my screen. You were right
Okay.
there, and then you disappeared. So I don't know what happened to you. All right, everybody. We had paperwork at the we got paperwork on this application on April 24th and 25th.
No, that's not correct. I need to correct that.
All right, if you want to argue with me, we can waste time about it. I'm speaking to my committee about when we got paperwork. You may have sent it in, but we didn't get it until whenever we got it. So since the pandemic, the system is a disaster. All right, so I have an application in my collection, which was dated April the 19th.
That's
But of
correct.
course, there was a problem with page 4.
4.
So was 4 ever, did you send me a supplemental page 4? Because a lot of people did.
I did, yes. And I was even advised to make a correction, which I also made and submitted
Right.
at the same time.
No, the page is not correct, Tom. Page number 4.
No, but there was a lot of people got it and sent me a replacement page.
So
And
I have the latest one, I believe, and it's music and kitchen is same as above.
no, I have one that was sent to me on May the 9th. No, May the 3rd. And then I sent another one. Which was the final one you sent me, Stephanie?
It was the corrected one. The first one had all the hours in all the boxes, and then I was
There it is. Okay, there's one that was sent on May 9th. No, that still has same as a. Oh,
I mean, the corrected one has all of the hours in all of the boxes, except that the hours for the outdoor space were deleted per the board's directions. And I did
Right.
send it back to the, I forget her name, but I did send it back to the person who manages your email on the same day. And I did see that it was received the next day.
When was that? When was that? Because we're doing that all the time. We have to
Sure.
make them correct, and it's still not correct, and then we have to look for that. No, it's not correct. The hour is not, the capacity is not fill up, nothing. I don't have the right page.
All right, I've got one which has the hours in every single box, except you left in outdoor seating. So the
I'll
outdoor.
tell you, I'm sorry to interrupt. I'll tell you exactly when I sent the corrected one because it was requested that I delete that. So I will.
No. I have every single one that you sent me, I have.
Okay, okay,
I have at least 5 page 4s.
okay.
And so, but the hours got fixed, but then you left in the box that said the occupancy for outside. You left the numbers in there. So I don't know if you ever sent one with a blank number there.
Oh, okay. When the request was made to fix the outdoor space, no similar request was made to delete the occupancy, but
But what is the outdoor space?
it's a patio space. It's a wide open, empty space that they
No,
intend
but
to.
is it inside your space or outside your space?
It's outside, but it's fully enclosed. A person would not be able to see
So
this.
it's within your, okay, I gotta find your floor plan now. Let me see if I can find your floor plan.
The floor plan
was
is
there-
a bit detailed.
Well, I just want to see where your outdoor space was. Let's see. Is it in the application or is it a different attachment?
It's an attachment.
Okay. Because there were people who were raising concern. Let's see. Here's your pictures. Here's your staircase. Where's your floor plan? Ah, all right. So it's a backyard. Okay.
Yes, it's a fully enclosed, fully paved
Okay.
backyard.
All right. Okay. So the outdoor space is 6 tables, 20 seats, closing 11 p.m. on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday and Saturday at midnight, and then 11 on Sunday. The whole place closes at midnight during the rest of the week. So all the boxes, Bogdan, the version I have is got all the boxes with the dates, with the numbers in them, and
Okay.
I just have to figure out, the problem we're having now is getting it all stapled together and in the office in one piece to say this is the final collection. But we do have a new page 4.
I mean, I can bring the pile to the office tomorrow if that's the easiest thing for the committee.
We just ran into it today. In the old days when we used to have actual meetings, we would do these, put them all together. You'd sign it, we'd sign them, and then the packet would all go together in a box, and then Marie would ship them off wherever she shipped them. But we haven't been together as human beings for over 2 years. And it's, I've been storing all the applications on my computer, and I believe the office has too. So it's just matching up the pages. But if you can staple a packet of a final application with the corrected page 4 in it together and just send it in an envelope to the office and say this is the final one, that would be great.
Yeah, sure. I'll overnight it tomorrow. And also, if you're checking if you're looking at this document on your phone or an iPad, sometimes they do not show changes to PDFs for some strange reason.
Well, I'm on my MacBook. That's how I'm
Okay.
reading it. So they come in. The emails come in with weird names. No, matching them up is a challenge. So anyway, everybody, the application in my mind looks fine. The hours look fine. Everything is there. So
A motion to approve.
Second.
Tommy and
Second.
Bogdan.
Second.
Okay. Anybody
Please state your
opposed?
name, committee, because I'm having a hard time seeing who's speaking.
Okay, Tommy made the motion, Bogdan seconded it. Thank you, Julia. Anybody opposed to this one? All right, so you're good, okay, Stephanie?
Okay, thank you. And I will send that out first thing tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Great, thank you very much. All right, now, number 4, previously postponed, Hudson Table at 88 Withers Street. They requested a postponement on April 26th. Is anybody here from Hudson Table?
Hi, yes, I'm Alexa from Helbron and Levy. I'm the representative for Hudson Table. Alan, the principal, is also here with me.
Hello.
Okay, so there is an application, everybody, which is entitled Hudson Table, properly on the front page. It's an alteration of an existing license. So is that correct?
Yeah, it's a change in method of operation.
Okay, so tell me who's speaking again?
Alexa Santori.
Okay. Because I'm in the middle of the application. All right, and then who's here with you?
Alan Barry, he's one of the principals on the license.
Okay, got it. All right, so what's the change?
So they're looking to amend their hours to 2 a.m. Thursday through Saturday only. And they're also looking to add live music to their method of operation. Live music would only be happening about once a month. It'd be background ambient level only, acoustic style music, guitar kind of vibe, and it would only be playing in the cellar of their establishment.
All right, so did you, oh my God.
Application is not notarized.
Well, the first thing, what are your hours now? Because we talk about you as this fabulous cooking school and not a problem to the neighbors.
So
And now you're
currently
gonna,
currently their hours are 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. Every day, and they're just looking to amend their hours to from 10 a.m. to 2 a.m. Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
all right. Bogdan, is there a posting?
I don't see the posting. On the only thing I have a question, the outdoor space and the outside space should be crossed out because it's empty. It's left on the page number 4 is left.
All right. We're getting stuck on weird things. Okay, so Alexa, you said 2 a.m. Thursday, Friday, Saturday?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so the Flintstone building is going to be the bane of our existence. So you're going to make a big jump from, so you said there was 10, okay, so you want to go from 11 to 2 in the bottom of a residential building. That seems kind of happy with you because you've just been sort of doing a cooking school. Now you want to have music in the basement and be open till 2 a.m. And did you meet with the tenants?
Alan, can you speak to that?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's 18 total tenants above us, and several attend our events. We're not
All
becoming a
right, that
bar or
was not an
anything.
answer. The question was, did you meet with the tenants? And clearly you didn't.
They attend our classes all the time, so.
Right, but you didn't
We
tell
did a
them
posting.
we're gonna stay open till 2 o'clock on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday and have music in the basement.
That's not
Because
what we're doing. We're just extending the license so that we can occasionally do it, because for 2.5 years we haven't been able to teach cooking classes, so we've had to pivot. So we want to just be able to offer some cocktail making classes that go a little bit later into the night, and we host private
with
events.
music. With
No,
music.
no, they're not the same event. We would occasionally have events that don't go until 2 a.m. They would probably end at 9:30 or 10, like the rest of our events. These are two different conversations. We like to extend the liquor license Thursday, Friday, Saturday to 2 a.m. so that we can potentially pivot to survive, because it's been 2.5 years of teaching cooking classes in a city that doesn't want cooking classes. In addition to that, we want to be able to have live music so that people can have ticketed dining events. Everything that we do is ticketed, so we're not going to be open to the public where someone can just walk in.
Well, your neighbor in the middle came in, wanted to open a operation, and we sent them back to meet with 2 members of our board, Marie Lianza and Lisa Bamonte, who have businesses on Wither Street. And then the people also had a meeting with the residents of that section of Wither Street and a number of residents of the 88 Wither Street. And they're the next item on our agenda to see whether they worked out something. And I believe that the tenants in the building pressed them to close at midnight, just like you do.
Oh, we
not
close at
to-
11 at the
You
moment.
close at 11, but not 2 o'clock in the morning. So if the committee suddenly says, okay, fine, and then the other people come up and say, no, we just worked out with midnight with the people in the building, that's going to be a problem. So
Well, we're
you
completely
have
different business
one
models.
you have one person from 88 Withers Street on your 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 signatures for extending your hours to 2 a.m. You have one person from 88 Withers Street. So one of my many jobs is to avoid the torches and pitchforks marching over here saying, hey, nobody told us. We didn't get a chance to comment on this. And the posting doesn't show when you posted it.
There should be a timestamped posting. I can acquire that if needed.
Well, I guess is that what that is? Today, 2:41 p.m. It doesn't say what today is. Doesn't have a date on it. So I'm having a problem with with your request for 2 a.m. on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, when I believe that the neighbors have worked out with the other applicant from 88 closing at midnight. I haven't heard from them yet, but and I don't know. Are there people here in the audience who are from 88 Withers Street? It's kind of quiet out there. Anybody taking attendance? Jerry, did anybody sign in?
Anybody sign in for what? There's one individual that asked to speak on agenda number 11.
Okay. All right. Nobody on number 4 or 6 of the postponements. Hang on.
This is Phil Dorn, attorney. I'm here representing the other 88 Withers application. I don't know if that's what you mean or if you just meant.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. Yep, I'm here.
Right. Well, it's like, you guys were made to go meet with representatives of the board and the community to work out your space.
Yes, we met with Ms. Bamonte and
we have a space in the same building that's looking to open till 2 o'clock, and I think the discussion with you guys was midnight. So
that is correct. We had originally received conditional approval from this committee, actually for the 2 a.m., but on the condition that we meet with Ms. Bamonte and Ms. Lianza, and then the discussion with them and with other members of the community was that they would prefer midnight. So that's what we would come back asking for tonight.
right. So Hudson Table, that's where we are. You need to go back and meet with the same group of people and work things out, because Element 88 and you are in the same building, and it's only going to be fair that you both are operating under the same, that the people know who you are, what you're doing, and then we can.
I mean, we're completely different business models. We have zero intention of being a bar. We don't even have alcohol. We don't even have hard alcohol. We have beer and wine on facility. We literally just want to be able to, if there's a private event that wants to have an event until 2 a.m. or 1 a.m., that we're able to say yes and not no, because that's really the only use for this. The live music has no intention of going past 9 or 10 p.m. because that's when the majority of our cooking classes and dining events go until. But I mean, I understand if that's what's necessary, that is what it is. But we're just completely different business models. We might have an event go until 2 a.m. maybe 4 times a year. It might even be 0, because if no one ever, I am just asking for those 3 nights, because occasionally we get like a 40th birthday party that wants to have a catered party go until 12 or 1. So again, we have 3 locations. None of our locations are bars. We have zero intention of being a bar. We have zero intention of being open even 3 nights a week to 2 a.m. But obviously it's tough when there's a bar next to us asking for it. But again, we're completely different businesses.
Sante Micheli, can I make a comment?
Wait. And then if we put a liquor license in there and you close your business, somebody else takes it, and then they get a temporary permit, and then they operate for 90 days doing whatever they want to do. and you, like I
I
said, you
can't
only
comment
had
on
one.
anything that might happen ahead of
Yeah,
us, but
yeah, but you're also saying we might have corporate events, we might have private parties, we don't know 3 or 4 years down the road. And Element 88 came, explained what they wanted. We asked them to meet with Marie Lienza, who has a business on Wither Street, Lisa Beaumonte, who has a business on Wither Street. They're both members of the community board. Lisa used to be a member of this committee, and they met with some of the other representatives or residents of 88, and they came to an agreement. And now everybody knows everybody. They have all their phone numbers, and they're all in a happy place together. And see how it goes. And through this discussion with Element 88, we all kept referring to the quiet little place on the corner that closed at 11 o'clock. And now you're looking to go to 2, and it's like, you're like, it's like
well,
a whole
we
different
close at
change.
9:30. We close at 9:30, and we operate 4 nights a week because, again, no one wants to take cooking classes. But sure, whatever, whatever our limit is, that's fine. It's just, you know, we literally are open 3 days a week because we are barely surviving. But
I get it. I understand that. And you know, I would hope if you wanted to get more participants, you would be closer related to the people above you. You know, I have no idea how all that stuff works.
there's 18 units above us. That doesn't really help our business, but sure.
Okay, you know, I have no idea, but I'm just saying, Element 88, the committee asked them to meet with the 2 board members and more of the people in the 88, and it would only be fair that you do the same, unless you want to just do midnight right now instead of the 2 o'clock in the morning.
I'm fine with midnight.
So now we have to get a new
If that's
page.
an option, yeah, then I'm fine with midnight.
So Bogdan, you had some questions.
Okay, you already asked the question. Thank you.
Oh, there was, I can't ask all the questions. It's like, all right. So there has to be a change in page 4 then. And then you have to get the signature page notarized, which is on the application. And those have to be done. So you're going to have to change. Where's the music part of it? Let's see. You describe the music anywhere?
It's also on page 4. If you plan
No,
to
just to describe what it, because you were saying what it was, but it's not really like squished into the box anywhere. Like you could just sort of.
Is it helpful if I explain the concept?
Yeah, but then the
so.
SLA is going to say, well, it wasn't on a piece of paper. So I'm just looking to see. We haven't been able to get it together to redo these applications. So, you know, where could we put it? Committee members, where could we put something about
on page 3 where it says alteration, please describe the nature of the alteration and attach plans. I put a brief description of what we would be changing.
All right,
If you want
applicant
me to
events their
expand-
operating hours to 2, and as well as add live music. But he explained there's gonna be live music in the basement space, not in the cooking school space, correct?
Yes.
All right, so can we add that? You need to amend page 3 to change the applicant intends to amend their operating hours to midnight on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, as well as add live music in the basement area.
Okay.
All right, and then on page
amend
4,
page 4.
just change those Thursday, Friday, Saturdays to midnight.
Okay. And then get
Okay.
the signature page notarized as well.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem.
Committee? Well, anybody in committee?
Yes, yes. They agree. If the applicant agree to the condition that you just said, Tom, I would like to make the motion to approve the application.
Second, Julia.
But let me ask, Alexa.
Yes.
In the future, on page unnumbered, which I
Mhm.
guess is 6. No, it's just between page 5 and 6, which is very weird. It's a page between 5 and 6 that it's unnumbered. I don't know how that happened.
Right.
But notifications, it's like reach out to the neighborhood group. You know, get your people whenever you're doing them. See if they can reach out to neighborhood organizations.
Yeah, of course.
You know,
Yeah.
just so because
We have some
always
letters of support
always
from
in your
businesses
mind,
in the
think
area.
about the torches and pitchforks coming to our meeting to say, "How did you do this? These people never came to us." You know.
We are an active member of Babar as well. So
Yes, and they have new officers, right? New officers at Babar.
I think so. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think they've got a new co-chair. So, yep. Well, I mean, we work with Babar too to make sure things work out. So, Alexa, when can you do all those wonderful things for me?
I can send them to you tomorrow.
All right. So, committee, Bogdan, somebody, conditional approval on changing wherever it says 2 a.m. till midnight and music in the basement.
Julia Foster, I make the motion that we.
I second.
Who was the second?
Ronan. And I'm.
Oh, Ronan, you're here. When did you get here?
Well, I didn't. Hey, I didn't want to interrupt you guys. I'm also a member of Babar, so I can help separate from this between now and the next meeting.
Well, it's just encouraging applicants to list that, you know, they've reached out to somebody. So in that little area, it says, which groups do you reach out to? And if it said Babar, I would, you know, a smile would come to my face saying, oh, they know the right people to reach out to, you know, or Brooklyn Angels, or, you know, because Marie and Lisa support the North Brooklyn Angels, you know, and then they say, oh, then that group knows about it. You know, that's all. Makes it easier for me to avoid the torches and pitchforks.
I hear you.
So, so Julia made the motion. Ronan seconded it. That was approval with the changing of all the 2 a.m.s to 12 midnight, and that the music is going to be in the basement. Yes, Alexa?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Committee, anybody opposed to that? Are you all good with that? That work for you? Hello? Okay, I can't see.
Okay, everything is okay.
Good, agree.
Okay. All right, moving on.
Thank you.
Element 88.
All right.
Who's here?
You have Phil Dorn, attorney, and my client Charles should be on as well. Charles, if you're here, say hello. All right. So
now, you guys okay what I just did to the school?
Yeah, midnight. I had a whole speech ready.
I'm trying to be fair.
I was worried you were going to give them 2 and then kick us to the curb, but we appreciate the fairness.
I got to remember who's doing what where. It's like,
I appreciate not only the generosity, but your memory, because we were here a few months ago. So,
all right. So,
we of course appreciate it.
The application we had. So, did you do a new page 4 or anything?
We had done a new page 4 once over to get rid of the outdoor space, which was another concern that Ms. Bamonti had. But we haven't sent you a new page 4 with the midnight offer. Which,
well, I have the concern with the outdoor space because the outdoor space is the open street space, right?
Right. Yeah.
So we don't do anything as a committee with that because the DOT hasn't offered us any kind of procedure to review what, you know, open streets restaurant space is supposed to look like. It's like, you know, it's like, no, here's open streets, you're stuck with it. I'm like, no, it doesn't work like that. So
we will send you an amended page 4 bright and early tomorrow with midnight across the board.
In every box, right? The outdoor space will be like NA.
If that's how you want it, that's how we'll do it.
Yeah. The little boxes should just say NA.
Okay.
You put zeros in the outdoor space, and then you just need to change your 2s till midnight, right?
Yep.
Is there anything else? Oh, let's see. So you want midnight across the board.
Correct.
And The neighbors wanted 10 weekdays or 11 and midnight on the weekends. So hang
we
on a
had
second. Is there anybody here from 88? Okay, silence is deadly. All right, so Lisa's like, the neighbors said 10 weekdays or 11 and midnight on the weekends. So you want midnight all week long. My guy across the street is open till midnight all week long. So committee, please do some input here. Anybody? Hello?
So the difference is what's the neighbors wants.
All right. So the application originally, the time requested was 2 a.m. And where's the music? What kind of music do you have?
just background music.
Okay. And then they had back outdoor space, but they're going to take the outdoor space off. So the neighbors and Lisa met with them, and they want to have 11 and then midnight on the weekends. And like I said, the guy across the street from me, who's right in my residential block, he's open till midnight every night of the week. So I think that's from my experience in the neighborhood, and we just did it with the cooking school people. I think that might be what we're going to get stuck with. I don't know, committee respond, somebody say something. I don't know. I can't guide the whole system.
What are the hours for the music?
The music's the same hours as everything is the same hours. The operation is, it's all going to be the same. Midnight, kitchen midnight, music midnight, operation midnight. In their space, which is in the bottom of that what I call the Flintstone building. People give it another name. On the corner of Withers and Meeker,
So the difference
by
is
the
only
highway.
the neighbors wants them to close during the weekend at 11. That's the difference, right?
That's the difference, yes. Like I said, we just gave the cooking school midnight, and Bonnie's, which just opened this past winter across the street from me, is open till midnight. So
my preference is towards midnight then, if we've had two others in the area.
so-
That just seems fair.
And historically, we've been letting restaurants stay late. So
I have a question. Original
Yeah.
application before they reach the neighbors, was hours of operation? I believe was 2 a.m. Right?
2
Yeah,
a.m. It was
2
a request
a.m.
for 2 a.m. across the board.
Yeah, it was 2 a.m.
Okay.
Yeah, and so they'll reduce it to midnight.
Yeah, and it's
Yes.
it seems to be
Reduced
consistent.
to midnight and they close the backyard. Is that correct?
No,
No, there
backyard.
is no backyard. The
backyard.
thing is, it's one of those Department of Transportation shacks in the street, and we really have no control over those.
Yeah, there's no outdoor space at all.
Yes,
No, they have a
agreed.
shack.
Not only did we remove it from the application because, as Tom just mentioned, you guys have no jurisdiction over the DOT aspect of it, but we also just are stipulating to not have outdoor seating altogether.
Oh, okay.
So I'm partial to I'll handle the torches and pitchforks, and I'm partial to the midnight with the no outdoor and the that's where I am.
Do we have motion to approve them?
Somebody needs to make a motion.
No, the question is only about the outdoor space.
There is no
outdoor
I
space.
understand, but according to that DOB, that you would use that because
There is no outdoor space.
Your space is
No,
corner
they
space.
just said that they've agreed with the neighbors. They're not going to do an outdoor space.
That's
right.
Yes.
Correct.
Correct.
Right.
Tom, Santa Michele, would you allow me to make a brief comment, please?
Brief is relative.
No, I believe because we keep hearing this, and we've been doing that. Berry Street, they just did it. what is really important, they say, and I know it's not under your jurisdiction as a committee, of course, you mentioned them many times, but really what has value is they have a written agreement with their community because it's important that they commit as they are doing there verbally, not to apply later on with DOT because that changed the impact for the community. They may be already overwhelmed because there is already, too many licenses in certain portion of the neighborhood.
Well,
So,
the thing about the DOT shacks are supposedly only going to be unregulated for this summer because of the lawsuit. And then if the lawsuit ever gets resolved, then DOT is supposed to be putting in some kind of a process for these things to follow some kind of approval system, but we don't know what that's going to be yet. It's sort of been, free range.
We're happy to put
I
into
don't-
the stipulations if it works for your committee that so as long as the temporary Department of Transportation open seating program is in place, we will not utilize it. And come the time that a permanent program is put in place, we will come before your board before we apply.
Okay. Well, I'm hoping that the DOT is going to go back to the way we used to do sidewalk cafes, that there were applications and we just reviewed the outdoor space with you. So I'm hope springs eternal, but this process, it's almost as bad as the we're supposed to have been doing cannabis dispensary approval months ago, and we still don't have regs for that. So, and they're just going to start opening.
Still
So
a ways away from that, unfortunately.
Yeah. So you're going to take out the outdoor space. You're going to put not applicable in all those boxes. You took 0 seats. Are you getting a C of O? Have you gotten a C of O?
It's pending, I believe.
Yeah, well, that's what it says on your application. So
Yeah,
just
still
hold on,
pending.
hold on. All right. And if you want to add a number in N at the bottom of the stipulation page that we're not going to seat DOT open seating until there's a review process, that would be great.
Sure.
Because there's a space there, you can type it in.
Definitely.
Committee?
I motion to approve with that stipulation in place.
Well, that there's no outdoor space, that they're going to be closing at midnight. And okay, is that all we had on there? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Julie, I see you nodding.
You see
Looks
nods?
like it. And then she gives a thumbs
Good
up.
with it.
Nice.
Oh, Julia is. Are you making the motion, Julia, or who made the motion?
I'm making
Motion to approve.
I second.
So Julia made it. Was that Ronan?
No, that was Tom.
Nope, that was Ronan.
It was
Okay.
Ronan. Okay.
Okay.
I'm trying to get it, Anybody opposed? All right, so you're gonna change your application to reflect those changes, no outdoor space, not seeking DOT open seating, and you're gonna close at midnight every day of the week, okay?
Okay.
All right. Go do
Thank
that,
you,
everybody. Can we move on?
All right. Have a lovely evening.
All right, everybody. Back to the beginning. 13 Femme Fontaine. Anybody here? Does anybody know if we've done this in the past?
Hi, Tom. Harry Callion here, the attorney for 13 Femme Fontaine. This is 245 South.
Have you ever been here before? On this
Tom,
one?
they have not been here on this.
Okay.
However, this is the previously licensed location. This was the Darty Bar, and then Wilson Lives, which closed in the pandemic. We have Mills here, and Christine. They are the two owners. Our paralegal.
Unfortunately, most of our nightlife people are not here for me to say, oh, what's this location like? It is hell on earth, or is it we had a very good time on Friday night, and everybody's still getting over it. All right, so Femme Fontaine is 245 South First Street. What is that between?
It's between Driggs and Havemeyer.
Okay.
It's
And
right next to the.
There's an existing bar there now?
Yes, there's been a bar there for over 10, 15 years. It was the Darty Bar for a
That's a
long
name?
time. And yes. And then it was Wilson Lives for 2 years, but that was shut down all through the pandemic. They opened for 3 months and then closed again. So it hasn't been open there since the pandemic. It's been open for, I think, maybe 3 months. So it's been good, but there has been a liquor license there since for the
Do you
last.
happen to know what the liquor license was before for what?
Well, Darty Bar had 4 a.m. 7 nights a week. Wilson Lives had 4 a.m. Thursday through Saturday, and then 2 a.m. Sunday through Wednesday. The applicants here are curtailing the hours to midnight Sunday, 1 a.m. Monday through Wednesday, and then keeping the 4 a.m. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. The outdoor space is just a small little. It's actually within the property line, but it's a little outdoor 3 stools right outside. That's sort of it's a one of those.
Smoking area.
Yeah, one of those little annexes that's within the property line, but it's set back from the property line. There's no.
Where though? As I'm looking at this lovely picture of the roll down gate with the skull on it.
It's that right there. It's behind that gate.
Oh, inside the gate. Okay. So when does that get? So how is that closed off then?
So the door. So if you look at this, the door is
Oh wait, I see it now. There's like a bar there. Okay, I see. There's glass, and so how do you get the people in from out there? Because they're all going to go out there to smoke all hours of the night.
Well, there's when that garage door opens, there's a little like a little landing there that's blocked off. I mean, it's fenced in.
But I'm looking at it I'm looking at the picture you have of Wilson Lives, which has the windows and the door, and then there's that crazy little wooden bar, and I gather you put the stools behind that, and that's sort of inside the overhang of the building. So, but you say you're going to close that at a certain time.
Right.
How do you do that? The people have to come in a different door, or do you just rope it off?
They just pull the stool. They pull the stools, and then people aren't allowed out there after that hour.
Because we have a lovely place on Bedford that it's like a hellhole out front inside the little cage, and all right. Anybody familiar with this location on the committee?
Yeah, that is basically middle of the residential block. All around is surrounding apartment building.
But I think the street is all commercial. They didn't stand across the street to take a
few commercial places, but basically people live from Driggs to Rubbering, all the apartments.
They live above.
Above one apartment above the premises.
Right.
There's
but
2
there's been a
apartments.
bar there, but Bogdan, there's been a bar there forever.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
but I lived on a street that it was all bars on the ground floor and people lived upstairs, and we just had a.
I understand that, Tom, but when the bar was there, was 10 bars around. Now we have 50 bars around. Okay. All around we have 50, maybe more. When the bar was open, was only 10 bars around.
I get it.
So the right directly upstairs.
So anyway, what is it that you're going to be putting in there that would be? I don't know these other places. So what is your business model?
So Mills and Christine, do you want to quickly speak to your concept?
Hi, good evening, everyone. This is Mills. Pretty much we also have a bar in Soho called 142 Sullivan Bar. So we're taking that concept, which is just a nice neighborhood place for people to gather. This enables us to enter the Williamsburg market. We'll have food, light bites, and also we are taking the apartment upstairs. And Vanna, who's also our third partner, is on here as well, who will be living upstairs with our godson, who's 8 years old, just to give you perspective. Our concept is very much Latin Caribbean fusion. So we plan to have light bites that are Latin based, where we happen to be from the Caribbean. We're Haitian, Puerto Rican, and New Yorkers. So that's our goal, to sort of give it that more of a sort of cultured local flavor that's akin to the old Williamsburg. In addition to that, our idea was to feature artists. Vanna is a very accomplished artist and designer. So our goal was to sort of really enlighten the space, and the name of the space is really based on sort of female empowerment. Sort of when you look at sort of the concept of dive bars that tend to have a very masculine feel, our goal is to lighten the space up, make it airy and bright and inviting for all people, rather than a sort of dark dungeon watering hole.
Okay, and to Bogdan's point, there are 22 liquor licenses within 500 feet of you, I believe. So what?
Not many, but a lot.
Well, I was trying to count them. It says active on-premise liquor stores. There's a list, and I counted 21 with 500 feet.
That's correct.
So there has to be a public need if there's more than 3. So is there a public need for one? Because you're going to get a questionnaire from the SLA that's going to ask you what the public need is. And have you gotten that? You haven't gotten to the SLA yet, but you're going to be asked to fill out a questionnaire as to what's the need for this to be there. So what are you going to say?
So Tom, to answer that, as far as the public convenience and benefit, the Mills described that this is it's a female focused bar. They're going to the food is Latin Caribbean light bites. It's as far as the sort of the enumerated standards, that there's been a bar here for a very long time. This is previously licensed establishment. They're curtailing hours. They're not going to add noise. They're not adding any space. They're actually going to make it a more accommodating space than some of the previous establishments that were there, more sort of regular kind of Williamsburg dive bars. This is going to be sort of an elevated experience. So I hope that that sufficiently answers the question. I think that description generally would pass muster, provided the community board is in agreement that with their method of operation and is okay with it, then that would generally pass muster during a 500-foot rule hearing test.
So you've got your outdoor space is 5 to 10. The kitchen's open till midnight. The music, what kind of music is this?
It's background only.
Okay,
no
and then
DJs, no live music.
You want to be open till 1 on Monday, Sunday midnight. Okay. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday till 2, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday till 4. And the existing license you said was for 4 at that location? Okay.
It's actually Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday till 1.
Is that what he said? I didn't say that?
I believe you said 2. But the previous license.
No, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday till 1. Okay, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday till 12. Okay, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday 4. All right. Now, you guys know that when you go for your application, they're going to have your copy of the signed application of us, and you need to make sure that the SLA sees that, because they come back to us all the time. The people didn't bring their signed paperwork. I'm like, oh, sorry. So.
Yep, we will send you a notarized. We will follow up this.
Right, but you need to keep one for yourself when you go to the SLA, because they're going to look and see like what was your agreement with the community board.
Yep.
All right, committee. Feedback. Anybody?
Okay, I agree. I think that it was previously a bar.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bar, and they're agreeing to hours, some reduction of hours until 1 a.m., 2 a.m. and 12 p.m., and only the weekends is until 4 p.m., 4 a.m.
So I'm sorry, we're Monday and Tuesday 1 a.m. or 2 a.m.
Okay, it's
1 a.m.
Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday is 1 a.m. and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday is 4, and Sunday is midnight. And the little outdoor space is only going to be used till 10 o'clock every night.
That's right.
Is there a DOT structure outside?
There's no DOT structure. There's actually a fire hydrant in front, so they can't do any DOT.
Yeah.
Any structures. Yeah.
Thank you.
So, Gina, you'll make a motion. Anybody seconding? Second. I'll second it.
What's the motion?
To approve it with what we just discussed. We're approving the application.
Okay, I second.
Okay. Well, anybody opposed to approving this? Okay.
I abstain.
Okay, so, Bogdan, you're abstaining. Okay. I've got it.
Thank you.
Thank you, sirs. All right, now, I'm losing track. Number 2 is previously done. Is anybody here on 17 Meadow Street, just in case? All right, that application for the liquor license was previously approved. This is just a temporary retail permit part of it. 160 Havermeyer Street, blue collar.
Hi, my name's Gavin Compton. I'm here for Blue Collar, 160 Havermeyer Street, with my partner Eduardo Sandoval.
All right, I've got a million things here, so I got to see which is most current. All right, so at 160 Havermeyer Street Corporation, 704 Manhattan Avenue. So is that at Manhattan and Havermeyer? Is that why it's called
No,
that?
it's a little confusing. We operate a restaurant called Blue Collar that's currently located on Havermeyer between South First and South Second, and we're looking to move it to Manhattan between Norman and Metro, I guess.
I don't know. You should know.
I know I should. I think it's Metro. Norman and Metro. Yeah.
Second house from Norman.
Yes. The second house
Norman
next
and
to
Messer
Little
Road, second house from Norman Avenue.
Yep.
Correct.
Right next to Lake
So
Street.
who's speaking on behalf of who's this? Whose voice is that? Is that
My name is Gavin Compton.
you're Gavin Compton? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm trying to. So Bogdan, it sounds like you're familiar with this location, Bogdan?
Absolutely, absolutely. There was a shoe store and there was a grocery store, and next to them is a bar. Next to them, next door.
Yeah.
And say they're gonna open another bar, and
No.
they applying for sidewalk cafe, not the Department of Transportation.
We're
That's exactly.
not.
Hold on 1 second. Can I finish, please?
Sure.
Thank you. On the application is a sidewalk cafe right on the sidewalk, which is very narrow entrance to the basement, and the sidewalk is not level, it's like kind of crooked, but the bar is next to it. What's the community needs for that? We have a next door bar and all around bars. Thank you, Tom.
So
May I speak to that, Tom?
Oh, first of all, let me ask you a question. The outdoor space that you're referring to is inside that weird overhang,
Yeah, more or less.
like the last place. Okay. Oh, and then the gate comes down and covers that whole thing. Okay. I'm just trying to get it. I'm looking at your pictures and your whatever right now just to get it. And what was in there before? Was that a shoe store, you said?
Yeah.
Was a grocery, before was a clothing store.
Okay. I'm just trying to get a sense
bar
of what it was.
for 50 years. Just opened one bar next door 3 years ago. And there was also retail store next door. And we opened the bar 4 years ago, actually.
Okay. All right. Well, tell us what it is that you're trying to open there.
So we currently operate a hamburger restaurant called Blue Collar that's on Havermeyer between South First and South Second. This is exactly the same as that. We're like a fast food hamburger restaurant. This would be our 4th location. We have one in Bushwick, one on Court Street in Bergen and Cobble Hill. And then, like I said, our original location was on Havemeyer. We are licensed to 4 a.m. there currently, have 0 problems, and we're absolutely not a bar. We're like basically a Shake Shack ripoff. And then in addition to
wait.
Go ahead.
Your application says tavern wine.
That's purely because of the stipulations with the SLA's licensing stuff. If you look at our attached menu,
what are you serving?
If you look at the attached menu, we serve hamburgers, French fries, chicken fingers, things like
so
that.
What liquid beverages are you serving?
Just beer.
Oh, okay. It's just a wine and it's just a beer, Bogdan. We can't do much with it.
I know that's the trick. Beer and wine. The hours of operation were very good, and after they're gonna submit the application to SLA, extend the hours of operation, and switch to the full liquor. That's all. That's everybody does. I would point that everybody.
Well,
does
they're a
that.
good hamburger stand, though. Maybe they'll just stay a good hamburger stand serving beer with their hamburgers. Maybe that's
we've been operating for 10 years.
I understand that. I would like to just you as the committee. What is our opinions? I am just saying what it is.
So, quick question, maybe for you, Gavin. So, of the 3 previous restaurants that are already open, have any of the 3 ever maybe stepped away from a food menu and stepped towards something like serving beer, like Bogdan is worried about?
No, not at all.
Okay. And so this just for those of us that don't know this is similar to a Shake Shack.
Yes.
Okay. What are the hours during the week for this?
Presuming we're all fans of Shake Shack.
No, hopefully you're more of a fan of me than you are of Shake Shack. I'm like a local Williamsburg guy.
Please.
Are your burgers good?
The burgers are great. Yeah.
All right. It's a tavern. It's a wine and beer. There's not much we can do.
Right.
Their hours are closing at 2 a.m. They have their little outdoor space. It's going to close. Your outdoor space, if it was a sidewalk cafe, would have to close at 11 on Sunday through Thursday.
I mean, we'll take that
under the old sidewalk cafe rules. It used to be, till 11. So I'm just saying,
I understand.
It's part of your space, so don't go any later than 12.
Sure.
Committee, there's not much we can do on this one, so I would say we should just
motion to approve.
I'd second.
What was that, Eric? But Ronan?
Ronan seconded. I don't know who made the motion.
It was Eric.
Tommy.
Oh, Tommy. It was Tommy. It's like, it surprised me. All right. All those in favor? Any opposed? All right. So moving on.
Thanks, gang. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And then, did you have outreach to the community down here? Did you outreach to Brook North? Oh, could you please notarize the signature page?
Notarize the signature page?
Well, you have a signature, but it's not notarized. It's just like there's a scribble there. And I'm like, okay, who signed that? You have to notarize the signature page. Okay.
Okay, I'll reach out to our. Yep.
And then what community groups you working with?
We didn't work directly with any community groups because the closest one that I found was like the Milton Street Block Association. But we do have.
But you got a hamburger place in the hood. You like high school.
Oh, I mean, I'm part of Bar. In addition to owning Blue Collar, I also own a coffee company called Variety, which we have 2 stores in CB1, and we started in CB1. We also roast coffee in CB1 at a big warehouse. I own a restaurant called Leo, which is on Havemeyer and Grand Street.
Right, but there's lots of not-for-profits that could,
Sure.
say,
I also employ like 100,
put their posters
100
up.
people in CB1. So we work a lot with the schools through all of my various businesses.
Right, because you didn't seem to have that page that says who you're working with, so then you don't get any points from me.
Sorry.
Before you
I don't
go,
like to.
can
I don't
you
like
hook
to
up with North Angels and
No, there's a box that
up to
says what
them.
organizations are you, just put down, we need to know that you know people. You're not just some guy coming in.
Get to go to North
exploiting us.
Angels.
North Brooklyn
Yeah,
Angels.
sure. I live right
North
around the corner
Brooklyn
from there.
Angels.
Yeah, but to go work with with them. They do a lot of outreach and a lot of stuff for the community.
You mentioned
Noted.
Sorry, I'm also from the Milton Street Block Association, but I don't remember. Did we work on something together?
No, I just know that that was the closest block association that I could find when I was looking to check to make sure that we crossed all of our T's and dotted all of our I's.
Well, Michelli, go in there and work them with you.
I didn't receive it. You didn't contact us, so you can.
Well, work with them now.
We shouldn't. I mean, I feel like we're further enough away that we shouldn't be much of an issue. But if you'd like me to come by and introduce myself, I don't mind. I don't have anything. I
Yeah,
don't own
come
anything
on.
close by.
Dunkin' Donuts sponsors stuff all over the place, and Shake Shack does, so you can.
Dunkin' Donuts has a lot more money than I do.
All right, moving on, gang. We can't be here all night.
Thanks, everybody.
Number 5, 292 North 8th. That's the hotel. Is anybody here, or are you all going to go present and then come back?
Yeah, hi, it's Donald Bernstein. I mean, you want us to present tonight? I can. I thought you were going to tell us to come in June, so my clients are not on. I can get them on.
No, I just wanted to. I'm just checking to see who's out there. You're going to present to the full board, and then you can come back in June. So
Fine.
I just wanted. If you're sitting there, I just wanted to acknowledge that you're there, and then,
Yeah, that's
move
fine.
along.
That's what we plan on doing.
So you're postponed to the June meeting, okay?
Yep.
All right. Okay, thank you. And all the things you got to talk about your hotel?
What do you want us to talk about?
Security, parking, where people get dropped off, what your outdoor space is, what your outdoor space hours is, that kind of stuff.
Yep, we'll take care of all that.
All right, great. Number 6, 759 Richards. Is 759 Richards? No, 759 Grand Street.
Grand Street, yes.
Whoa, what is that? And it's like Leonda also? Is that how many names?
That's our DBA.
Okay, because I have a whole bunch of stuff with all these different names on it. So what is the most recent thing?
It's at 759. This is Marek Shved speaking for my client Samuel, who is also present, and Porfirio. The
All right,
place
so
is
wait,
located.
so what do we got here? Who are you?
Representative.
Merrick,
Agent.
you're Merrick Schwett, right?
Correct. Yes, sir.
I'm looking at the applications. I'm just trying to see who's here. Sorry. Okay,
Yes.
and then you said that Samuel
Samuel Cielo, yes.
is here, and Porfirio Juarez?
Yes.
Okay.
Probably
I
have,
read
oh,
the
yeah,
application, and I'm like the storybook reader. Okay.
Yes,
So, all right. So we are at 759 Grand Street.
correct.
We're
Yes.
called
So it's a bit confusing.
759 Richards Corporation, but then our name is going to be Leyenda's Restaurant and Bar at Humboldt and Graham.
Between, yes.
Between Humboldt and Graham.
Correct. On Grant. Graham. Yes,
What
exactly.
is there now?
The place has been vacant for about 5 years. So Samuel decided to renovate it and update it. There was a lot of problems with plumbing and roof and leakage and other things and kitchen equipment. So it's been vacant for about 5 years.
Well, what was it before it went vacant? A restaurant?
So, yeah, it was a restaurant. It was a fully operational restaurant for about 15 or 20 years.
Did it have a name?
Samuel, what was the name?
There was a, ¿cómo se llama el dominicano?
Dominican place.
Caridad.
Tommy, do you know this location?
Yes, I do.
And so
Okay.
do I.
All right, I just need speak up, folks. Speak.
I thought you heard me when I said restaurant bar.
No, but I don't know the location, so I'm like, trying to get a clue.
It's right there.
It's been a dark hole for about 5 years.
Okay. All right, so you're gonna have the maximum number of people is 74, but you're gonna have 10 seats and 5 tables. So it's only gonna have 10 people?
Well, right now, it's going to be in the front. We're gonna have about 10 or 15 seats. We're still going through construction, so we're trying to figure out the measurements. We just get our plans, preliminary plans approved with Department of Buildings. So we're actually going to start construction tomorrow.
So you don't know that you're going to be done within a year and not have to come back and ask us again.
No, well, Samuel's trying to be, he's very optimistic, actually. He says he's going to be done in about 3 months, but we'll see. Hopefully we won't have to come back. But the plan is to be obviously up and running within, as quickly as possible. This is going to be, Sammy actually has already a restaurant at 502 Grand. You may be familiar with that place. It's been there for about 10 years now. It's called Tacos, right on the corner of Union and Grand. He's been there for about 7-8 years. He operated pretty big outdoor cafe. We recently
Tommy,
also
Julia. Tommy,
Sorry?
Julia.
Don't recall, but I know the area.
Well, I'm just wondering, is it a taco place that your students hang out in at Tommy, and I have to like call the police on, or what?
No.
No, they don't go as far down to Union.
No.
Well, they
I
gotta
walked
take the
past
G
there
train.
yesterday. They're pretty decent.
Okay, I
I
have
would
no
like to
idea.
say, I would like to say they're exemplary operators. They've been in a neighborhood for many years and never had a problem with unruly patrons or police. We presented an application a couple months ago for Coco's, which is down the block also at 580 Grand. So Samuel is pretty established in the area and with a very good track record. This place is going to be a tavern with about 12 to 14 items on the menu. It's going to be there's no outdoor space of any kind, no outside, nothing in front, nothing in the back, everything contained within, and basically cheers Latin style.
You didn't send me any photographs.
Oh, we did. Just it's
You did?
construction.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just
Oh yes, I
going.
got him. I got him. It's like under construction. Okay, I see.
Yeah,
Damn.
like I mentioned. Yeah,
Digging
so
through.
we just got the permit today, for
All
putting
right,
new
so
bathrooms. Yeah.
it's a very small restaurant. It appears to be. You've got 2 p.m. to 2 a.m. across the board for
Yes,
your
sir.
operation. Your music has no time in it whatsoever, so you need to correct that. If you're going to have music, you got to fill in every box. And then your kitchen's all filled in. And outdoor space, you don't have any outdoor space. So
Don't have any outdoor space. Correct.
and then you've got 2 service bars, but no stand-up bars, but you have people sitting at a bar somewhere. I don't know where.
There is going to be a bar in front on the left side as you walk in.
Right, but you
So
didn't put that on your application. So when you go to the liquor authority, they're going to say, well, where are those people sitting? They can't sit at your service bar, so what are they sitting at?
at the bar.
That's not marked. You have number of stand-up bars, nothing in the box. On your page 4. You see your page 4? Hello? Hello?
Yes. Yes, I'm
Okay.
just bringing it up right now.
Okay, you've got 5 little tables with 2 people at each table, cozy little 2-person tables.
Mhm.
And then you've got 2 service bars for 10 people. That's a lot of service bars for 10 people. Like, where are those waiters taking all those drinks? Usually, if you have a restaurant, there's only 10 people eating in it. You only need 1 bar for the server to go get a drink to take to that
There will
table.
be only one bar on the premises. Yes.
Well, but on your application, it says 2 service
Yeah.
bars and no stand-up bars. So if they approve your license and suddenly there's people standing at a bar, you're going to be in violation of your license.
Let me just correct that and resubmit
I
it.
mean, I don't want to do your job for you, but page 4 is a mess.
Well, not really. You got 15 seats at the bar
But there's
and
no bar
74
for them to
capacity.
sit at.
Well, I understand. It's just just clerical mistake.
When people add bars to their existing liquor licenses, they have to come back for an alteration saying we just added a bar.
I understand that. I understand that.
No, you right now have no bar. You got people sitting on seats, but there's no bar that they're sitting at. And then you have two bars where servers are running back and forth to get those 10 people in their little chairs drunk.
That's not going to be the case.
No, but it's like, you know, I would think you'd have one service bar and one stand-up bar. And
yeah, there'll be no service bar. This is all going to be one long bar. Yes.
Okay, so fix that.
Yes.
You don't have a C of O or a letter of non.
No, we do. We had submitted, Elena. We just received it also.
Okay, because you have no, like, it says certificate of occupancy capacity. It doesn't. There's nothing in that box either.
We just we received it literally a few days ago.
Okay, well, we have to fix page 4. So give what your certificate of occupancy said. And then the question is, you have the maximum number that you anticipate occupying your premises, but only 10 of them are sitting down and 15 are at the bar. What are the other 50 people doing?
Mingling.
Hmm?
Mingling.
So they're just standing around with drinks in their hands. So it's not really a restaurant, it's a bar.
Well, it's going to be a tavern, yes. So we're going to have probably more seats in the back as well, because there's a back room. Still deciding as of right now what the layout is going to be in the back.
There's a lot of speculation going on here.
So there's no tables, no chairs.
There's no floor plan.
Oh.
I think you're a little premature on your request. We need a little bit more information. Like, you need to come back with a floor plan of your tables and chairs and you know, figure out where people are. Because I don't want like 50 people just standing around drinking if this is a taco
That's not going to be
place.
the case.
But we don't know that from it seems all very up in the air. I'm not trying to give you a hard time. I'm just saying it just seems a little iffy right now that, you know, you're just going to open a, you know, a place with no furniture and people are just going to stand around and drink. You know, they say that the taco place is, you know, your taco place down the street, people sit and eat their tacos there, or do they stand around eating their tacos? No.
They're sitting down and eating, yes, correct.
Yeah. So
I mean, obviously it's going to be the same situation here. This is just
because you got a nice menu. You got the salad, you got the taco and burrito and kebabs, and you got all these. I mean, the menu looks whatever, but there's only 10 little seats and 50 people standing around dropping their tacos on the people sitting at the table. So, you know, I think I need a, you know, committee. Anybody else on the committee have any issues or concerns here?
When is opening? What, Julie, did I cut you off? What is opening date? I know you got your permit today.
We would like to open within 6 months. 5-6 months.
Hi, Julia.
Yourself, whoever that is.
Hi, Raul. Mute yourself.
Hi, how are you? I was so hard to get it in.
We're in a meeting. Stop having a conversation.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, Ronan, was that you asking a question or Tommy? Who was inquiring?
That was me. I was asking when their opening date is, if they just got the permit today, and I think they just said 6 months. Yeah, I mean,
so we had a plumbing permit for a while now. Just it took us a while to get our architectural plan approved. It's been about, I want to say, about 2 or 3 months to get our interior plans approved, because we had to get handicap bathrooms layout approved and stuff like that. Was a little issue with that, and so literally we just got a permit today to do interior renovations. So, I
Did
mean,
your
we
architect
do,
like lay out front of house layout, like what your front of
yeah, we
house
do
is gonna
have,
look like?
yes, exactly. We do have those plans. Yes, we do have architectural
But your
plans.
application shows that you don't. You've got 2 service bars, no stand-up bar, and 10 seats. That doesn't
Yeah,
sound like a restaurant. That sounds like nobody has a clue what's going on.
no, that's not the case.
So how are we gonna
That's
fix
not the
this?
case. Um, can I resubmit the page 4 tomorrow?
Well, what are you gonna be what is it gonna say?
It's going to be one bar, 15 seats at the bar, and there's going to be at least 40 seats on the floor.
Okay.
Mhm.
And you're gonna have like maybe a little, so it's a restaurant with a liquor license, right? Not a
It's a
stand-around bar.
tavern. Yeah, it's a tavern. It's going to be the
You keep
tavern.
throwing that tavern word out, like, they could be throwing darts and what?
No, it's just pretty much, laid back. We're gonna have, 14 items on the menu. It's not like it's going to be very extensive cooking, cooking done. The kitchen is going to be operational all throughout the time of the
Right, and it's more than peanuts and olives. It's like food
of
people.
course. Yes.
Right. When you say tavern, I see peanuts and olives. You're having food with people sitting at tables and having their tacos and drinks and having a good time.
Right. Yes.
You
It's going to be
you
that
know.
much that style laid back environment, correct?
Right, but there's going to be more than 10 people sitting at a table. So you
That's
need to
correct.
come up with
Yes.
I need a better sense of,
Let
what's
me
happening here.
let me resubmit submit the architectural plans tomorrow, so you will see. And
Well, I saw the architectural plans, but they're just laying out the building. They don't show me a floor plan. You have architectural plans, don't you? Did I see those somewhere in this collection?
we submit those, yeah.
Yeah, but that's like the wires and the pipes. What we need is like, you should be
Interior
figuring
layout,
out your
correct.
floor plan because you're gonna have to, make sure you got flow and
Yeah.
get to the door and all that kind of stuff,
And again, we were planning on having about 40 seats, 42 seats to be
Okay.
precise.
All right. Well,
and yeah.
yeah, because I've got the architectural plans, which basically shows me where the kitchen is and where the
Yes.
bathrooms are. But it's a pretty big space, and it looks like, where's the front? It's the front. The bathrooms are in the back, right?
Yeah, it's all the way in the
So,
back. Yeah.
so the fronts, those are the hoods. So it seems like there's a pretty big room in the front, and then there's a narrow space, and then there's a room in the back. So,
Right. So it's a pretty much long. It's long. I don't want to say narrow, but it's kind of
yeah, it's long and
narrowish.
narrow. It
Yeah,
looks
the
long and
kitchen is in the
narrow to
middle.
me.
The
Yeah.
kitchen space is in the middle.
So it looks like
Okay.
you're going to put your bar in the front with maybe
Yes.
tables along the one wall,
Yep.
and then you're going to have like a
Yes.
dining room in the back, and then
That's
you could have,
correct.
right, but
Yeah.
put some tables and chairs, like lay it out. And what is that little box in the back, way in the back that says platform on it? What is that, loading platform?
It
Way in the
just
back?
had to. No. It just had. There's just because the layout of the floor, the back room is actual physical addition to the building some years ago, and there's some like whether it's plumbing in there or whatnot had to be preserved.
Yeah, it's just a little room. Okay.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like the end of the building, which is literally abutting the property at the very back,
Mhm.
the other side of the lot. The back room is addition to the building that's sitting on the backyard, on a former
Right, right.
backyard.
But it
Yeah,
looks like you have a pretty good sized dining room in that back space, and then you have your bar and little tables in the front. So,
right.
you know,
It will be about
it's
42
it's going
seats.
to
In
be more
addition
than
to,
10 people. There's going to be more than 10
yes,
people sitting at tables and chairs. So
yes.
clean up that page 4. I don't know, committee, whether we're going to be satisfied with them coming up with a new page 4 or tell them to come back next month with a new application. What's any opinions out there?
I would postpone till next month
I
so
agree.
that we can review page 4.
I second that.
All right, so this is what I want you to do. I want you to clean up the application and get a floor plan for your restaurant. We're going to postpone this till next month, everything else looks pretty good, and then we'll do that. Okay? Do you understand?
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So we're not against you. We just want to get this right because we don't want you to get screwed up when you go to SLA. Okay?
Right, thank you. Perfect.
You're
And
welcome.
if you have questions, you can always, email me and we'll figure out what's going on. Okay?
Thank you, Tom.
Thanks.
All right. That's a postponement, everybody.
Got it.
All right. So 80 Williamsburg is a postponed until June. Bar at 66 Greenpoint. I seem to think we've done that one before. And that this is just a temporary retail permit. Is there anybody here for bar at 66 Greenpoint? Does anybody remember us doing this in the past? Ogden?
Yes, yes, they were previously, as you know, Tom, the bars and bars all the time. And basically at the last time they saw us, that was like 2 months ago, and it's supposed to reach the Greenpoint Coalition and the people from Milton Street Association. And I don't know if they did that.
Oh, okay. So where is he? Where's our pal from Greenpoint? Where is he? He out there? Greenpoint Coalition. Greenpoint Coalition.
The bars at 66 Greenpoint, that's the address when it was very, very, very unfamous many years ago.
Yeah, is Sante out there still? Anybody? Anybody see him?
I'm here, Tom. Sorry.
All right, so we're up to bar at 66 Greenpoint. I seem to think we've had them before. Bogdan thinks we sent them off to meet with you guys. Do you have any recollection?
Well, to clarify, as you remember, yes, they were approved. They signed in the past a community support agreement. I believe.
Do you know when that was? But do you know when that was?
Unfortunately, I have no record, but it was probably 5 months ago, 6 months ago.
Because these all seem to be coming back up because of the temporary retail permit. Where there's a bar there before they can open, and
if you I believe what happened, Tom, to clarify, we have received an email and they stated that they want to challenge somehow the agreement. I believe the approval, they were postponed. The approval was conditional to an agreement with the community, and so that's what the community did. Later on, they discover that somehow they didn't like what they agree, and they thought they were going to reapply like for a new license, but same location, same business, same people. I believe that's the intention.
I found a November 23rd committee meeting. We okayed them with the conditions that they'd be open Monday to Sunday at 2 a.m., that the outdoor would close at 9, and that they have the community agreement with
they signed the contract that you saw before, the support agreement, and we send the contract to you too, to the community board.
Yeah. Well,
if I remember correctly, Tom, exactly, they say okay to the community and to Greenpoint Coalition, and they back up from that promise. Whatever they discuss at the meeting, later time they back up.
All right, so
in other words, they did not agree with the Greenpoint Coalition and Milton Street Association.
They signed the agreement, Bogdan. They did sign the contract, and as a matter of fact, we support them and you approve them, but based on the fact that the agreement was signed with the community.
That's correct.
With the community.
Okay. We have to move on. So there's nobody here for this one. We did the conditional approval with them back in November of 21. So this is either a new application or it's just notification of the temporary retail permit.
No, it's a new application, I'm assuming, to be honest.
Well, I didn't get anything, so
but
they probably were dreaming about applicant, but so
they told me in an email, they told us they want to challenge several points of our agreement. And that, I don't know what that meant, Tom. He meant they want to do a new application. I have no idea, to be honest.
All right, so we're committee, I'm going to suggest, and I have no application, there's no applicant here, so we're not taking any action on this. There's nothing to do.
Was there
That's
was there a
correct. That's
name?
correct, Tom.
Say what, Ronan?
What is the name on the application?
I don't have an application.
Please
It was
didn't
a
this
bar 66 Greenpoint Avenue bar. You remember we're involved. They were postponed,
All right,
Ronan. We
the
had
name,
Yeah,
okay,
didn't-
conversation about that.
Ronan, the name on the list is Bar at 66 Greenpoint LLC.
There was a location of a very controversial
names,
bar.
Ronan, the names get on the list, I believe, because I don't work at the office. I believe they get on the list because a notice gets sent to the community board office, and then the office puts them on the list, and then they're on our hearing list, and then they supposed to send materials in 5 days before our committee meeting for us to, it's like there's a notice that goes to the community board, and I cannot possibly hold on to all that paperwork. My cloud is exploding. Amazon wants to charge me like, I don't know what, to store all this crap.
Yeah, I got it. I think me and Santi remember this one. This is the one that came up this summer of COVID.
Hey, Ronan, and if you remember, it was postponed. We had a big conversation.
Yes, it was postponed a million times. So there's no one here. There's no application here. So there's nothing for us to do. And I'll just spell out, there was no application. There was no applicant. We're not approving anything, right?
That's correct, Tom.
Okay.
Yep,
All
I
right,
agree with
moving
that.
on. Bedford Coast Super Burrito. They're one of those we previously approved, and this is just the temporary retail permit notice, so we don't need to do anything on that one. Now, Midnights, Biblio Inc., Midnights. It's an alteration. Anybody here on that one? The address is 149 North 6th Street. I'm looking to see if we got anything. Yeah, 149 North 9th Street? Oh, no, that's North 6th Street. That's different. 149 North 6th Street. Biblio. Anybody here from Biblio, Midnights, Alteration? Anybody out there? All right, so there's nobody here. So since there's no applicant, we deny until somebody shows up. All right? Or unless and any of you go digging through your emails and find an email that asks for a postponement, let me know. It might have gotten lost in the shuffle. All right, Born to Lose LLC, 126A Nassau Avenue. I believe, because I don't have it in my mailbox, that this is something that was mailed in today.
Michael Kelly representing the applicant. I emailed in the revised one today with the signatures.
Was there one mailed in before?
There was one mailed in a while ago.
When was a while ago? Like for prior meeting?
Only one mail today. Only one. Only one. Tom.
I never saw one before. That's the issue. The first time I ever got anything from you
was sent to us today.
I did send one today.
Yeah, but
Never was sent before.
I don't have one from before.
Okay. I can't get on my
Correct. That's correct.
Right now, I tried to look at my assistant's email. I could not get on his computer because it's blue. And he is home with COVID. But it should have been sent in a few weeks ago.
I don't have any. The first time, and I did not open my mails from the office today, but I saw that address on an email from you today. But I'm looking in all my little folders for prior months where I load all the stuff I get from the community board. And there's nothing for Born to Lose or 126A Nassau. The first time I ever saw 126A Nassau in my email was today. And, they're supposed to be at least the Friday before. So you don't have any proof of having sent it.
I don't, because I can't get into his email because his computer screen.
Right. So, if we were in paper land, we might be a little more sufficient. So, did anybody else get this one in the past? Committee? committee members.
No, we did not receive the application
No,
before.
but I got you, Bogdan, but there's allegedly 6 other people out there.
I didn't get it.
I'm looking, I haven't gotten it.
Yeah, there was no prior. So I don't know what happened, Mike. We didn't get it until today, and today is like, this one's not happening unless we get through everything else.
No, I looked it over. I didn't see it.
Oh, wait, who? I hear a voice.
This is Julia. I'm checking my email still.
No, wait, I just heard another member of my committee.
Isaac.
Was I Isaac? Did I hear Isaac out there?
I think so.
Is that Isaac? Isaac, are you there? Isaac Stouffer, are you there?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
All right,
how are you?
Isaac. Yay! All right, so nobody found it. So anyway, Mike, we're moving on. We're gonna get through the other stuff. Brooklyn Roots Collective, 100 Scott.
You have one speaker on number 11, Tom, if he's still
Really?
here. Aaron?
Oh.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, well, let me go back because we don't have the application. So anyway, Aaron who?
My name is Aaron Vaslow. I'm a resident of 77 Driggs Avenue and a former colleague of the applicant. I just wanted to say that she's an incredibly responsible person, and that, you know, this is a wine bar, and she is a former sommelier from one of the top 50 restaurants in the world. So she brings with her a lot of prestige and culture to the community. I also sell wine for a living, so it would be a nice income stream for someone as a member of the community as well. And I would look forward to being to going there and enjoying as well as a customer.
But our problem is the application, we only have gotten the application today. So that's what we're stuck on right now. So I've written down that you're here. How do you spell your last name, Aaron?
Vaslow.
Oh, I got it right. I must know you. Okay. So
I
we're
hope
going
that's
to
a good
move
thing.
on. I've got you down as a supporter, and we're going to give Mike Kelly a hard time. And if we get back to it, then we'll have you on your list. But we got to get
Tom,
through.
if I may,
Yes.
the posting on the door says full liquor. So the gentleman who spoke with right now before me, he's not correct. That is not wine and beer. That is full liquor. It says on the post, it says full liquor.
Actually, Tom,
Bogdan,
I
what
have
are you-
another statement to make.
Bogdan, what are you reading?
I am reading whatever is placed on the window.
Are you out in the street looking at his
No, but
window?
I read that before.
So you're acknowledging that you got the application before?
No, I did not got the application before. No, the
Okay.
only I got the information posting on the window.
So you know where this place is?
I know what the place is.
Okay.
The place
Well,
is
like,
middle of the block, four restaurants and
all right,
bars
well,
around.
Bogdan, we're on number 12. We have to get to 24.
Okay.
and we
That's
decided
it.
to move
That's it.
on from this
Fine,
one.
fine. Thank you.
Are you going to come back to it at the end if it's
I
time?
don't know yet because I'm having a hard time getting through to the end.
Okay.
Brooklyn Roots.
Brooklyn Roads. This is Donald Bernstein. I'm the attorney for the applicant. Jennifer Giuliano is my client, and she's on here.
Yes, hi, hello.
Yeah, Jennifer's family owns this property. So this is a
All right, committee.
land.
Committee.
It is
Hang
normally
on,
used-
wait,
Yeah.
hold it. Committee. This is listed probably under either 100 Scott Avenue rather than Brooklyn Roots if you're looking for the application, okay? Or it's
Looking
under
for the
Brooklyn Roots.
application.
I found it under 100 Scott Avenue. So, all right. And then it's the attorney, the firm is Bernstein Redo. So who are you?
I'm Donald Bernstein.
Okay. All right. We've got to get everybody on the same page because there's like 9 of them out there. Okay.
Okay.
And I can't see anybody because I'm trying to read your application. And then Jennifer Giuliani is with you. Is that you're telling me?
Jennifer is the principal. She's the owner. Yes.
Right. Well, I'm reading your application, so it's the only way I can function. All right. So everybody, this says on the top, it's a new liquor license for 100 Scott Avenue, our favorite neighborhood. It's a food hall with vegan truck concessionaires, secondhand shopping, urban parking, wellness. It suggests to me that it's an empty lot that they're going to be doing stuff on, and it's quite large, and it's going to be much like our friends on the riverfront, if you know who my friends on the riverfront are. So just let's pay attention to their presentation and then decide whether this needs to be looked at by a bigger group of people than us. Okay, so whoever's going to present, please present.
So this is a vacant lot. It was a remote parking lot used for, or not used for, about 10 years. It is about a block from one building away from the dead end, which is where the railroad is. So it's a dead end street. The parking lot is bound by three sides with other structures. So it's sort of enclosed space, and it will be turned into.
So the back of your lot abuts the Long Island Rail, the garbage railroad?
No, I think we're one building in. It's one lot in from where the railroad is, from where the stairs are.
The overpass?
It's right near the
new-
overpass.
The
I think
new
it's one building in
overpass?
from the
Okay.
overpass.
All right,
Yes.
everybody, that's where we had the fun and games with all of those large late night places with people walking dangerously in front of trains and things like that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So this is not a late night place. This is going to be a food hall that is going to have food trucks on the lot that will be serving vegan food. There'll be breakfast, sandwiches, bowls and salads, vegan pizza, and other items. We gave you the menu with what's being served. It is not late
Are
night.
these like rotating food trucks or permanent food trucks?
Jennifer, can you answer that question?
Yeah, I hope so.
Yes, these will be permanent food trucks.
Okay, so
Food trucks. It's not late
so
night. It's going to be
metal and rubber rather than brick and mortar. Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be from 8 a.m., closing at 11 p.m. So it is not going to be late night. It is going to be food-driven space. There will be a liquor service that will be available. So when people come and they order from the food truck, they'll be able to pair that with a drink. You're familiar with the area. It's not residential at all. I think there may only be two.
Well, but it's we're
possibly
trying to keep it industrial. So did you force somebody out of that property that was a industrial or commercial use?
No. Jennifer's family owns that property, and they'll probably be developing also a food hall in the interior of the building down the road sometime. But the first part of the project is developing the space that's
Jennifer, are your parents a member of
empty
Evergreen or not?
I'm not sure about that.
Well, I would find out.
Okay.
What was the question? I didn't hear the question.
Are her parents members of Evergreen? Or familiar with Evergreen, or have anything to do with Leah Archibald and Karen Nieves? Committee? Hello, committee.
Don't know them.
Am I being too mean, or
So anyway, that's how it's going to be used. I'd like to have some music in that space. Ordinarily would not necessarily ask for that in outdoor space, but given its location and not being near any residents, like the opportunity to have music there as well.
Sound travels.
Not to any residents in that area. The space is enclosed.
We got that story from Roberta's once that there were no residents in the area, and there were residents about 100 feet away from where they were.
I don't think they're any within 500 feet here.
Well, I don't know that for a fact. The residents might not look like the people that are coming to your establishment, but. All right, so I have 2 copies of the same application, I think. Just checking to see. All right, so I don't have any kind of outreach to anybody, right?
Nope.
I think we provided, we sent emails and did outreach To, I think, the North Brooklyn Neighbors and the People's Firehouse.
That's like 300. It's like the other side of Brooklyn.
Well, there's nobody that lives there, so if,
Yeah, but there's a lot of people that work there, and there's a lot of
and they probably love the food trucks.
and there's a lot of
Happy to serve
clubs
them.
there, and there's a lot of nightlife owners there. And there's Evergreen. And like, what is this page that says regarding 100 Scott Avenue, Honey's and Bunker?
Those are two licenses that are in
We
the
just
area.
approved another license at 99 Scott, I think, and across the railroad tracks you have like this property. Do you know of the organization? Well, you're not really. Well, you're asking for a liquor license, so the music is a problem because you're going to start doing stuff on Sunday afternoons, and holy hell is going to break out. Are Riley and Sing your NCOs, Jennifer?
So they were my former lawyer, and then
No, officers Riley and
sorry.
Sing, are they your NCOs? I get your parents own the property, but where do you live?
I live in New York City on 18th.
But not in Bushwick or Williamsburg.
No, my
No.
family has a long history of living in Brooklyn, though, so that's why I'm connected to the area. I mean, I've had family.
Well, if you were connected to the neighborhood, you would know what the term NCO means. You'd be familiar with the concern we have about the railroad. And you would have reached out to Evergreen and perhaps Cuff and some other organizations because, there's stuff all over. I don't have a big issue, but then when you say music, I know that a lot of those parking lots, we get music in the middle of the afternoon, and then I know precinct has to go in there with a whole task force to try and get it under control.
Right. So music is really
It's just feeling to me like, oh, I have a great idea. I want to have a food truck thing in an empty lot, and I'm just going to do it. And then when it gets crazy and overwhelming, I'm just going to go, oh my God, what happened?
No,
Who's your
so
security?
night
There's
security.
gonna be security. There will be security.
Okay. And how are people getting to this location?
Walking, taking the railroad, the L train has a stop nearby.
So you're going to have, what's the capacity of this place? 244. No seats, no tables, and one bar. So they're just a bunch of people standing around.
No, they're
Sorry, we have
there are
tables.
There are tables. There are seats and tables.
Well, go to your page 4. Committee, help me out here. I can't do all of this. Go to your page 4.
Yeah, 80 seats at 10 tables is what it says.
Must be a different application than the one I'm reading then. Did you send this different application?
So sorry, I think you're looking at the indoor section, and there is no indoor section. So that part says 0, and then outside it says 80 seats and 10 tables.
10 tables.
Oh, so they're picnic tables. Okay.
Yeah. It's all outdoors.
With one stand-up bar.
It's also until Friday and Saturday. Saturday is until 1 a.m. Just looking at the hours. It is until 1 a.m. in the morning.
Right. It's going to be for the party folk to go get something to eat before they go do whatever they do. I'm concerned about there's no outreach to Evergreen.
I didn't see any.
Tom, I have a question for this applicant, if you allow me. What's the zoning of this empty lot, which I'm assuming it's an industrial one?
It's M31.
It's an M3. So, I mean, I'm also in the land use committee. We have spoke, many times extensively about maintaining, and I believe that's the point of contacting Evergreen. And I personally always have been advocating how valuable is an industrial zoning. It is for craftsmen, it is for artists, it is for manufacturing. I fear that those type of precedent, definitely they are a major contribution in erasing the few industrial space we have left. And so not only we have, entertainment industry coming into our residential with major impact on quality of life, now also definitely maybe less impact on quality of life because people doesn't sleep there, but they can generate definitely, an impact that it will create a precedent, another will come and will be the food trucks into the empty lot
Oh,
for
Bogdan,
the late night
that
party.
horse, Bogdan, that horse is so far out of the barn. It's like we can't even catch it anymore. That's the whole problem with the city not having any kind of plan for the IBZ and no kind of plan for they're gonna give up on industrial to making a entertainment zone. But we can't really solve that right now. My concern is that this is another one of those empty lots. It's going to claim to be doing something wonderful, and suddenly it's going to be DJ parties on Sunday afternoon.
Thank you.
With huge crowds and lots of noise, and the 9-0 is going to have to call in cops from other precincts because we have no control over these. Like the right down by 99 Scott, there was that backyard that they supposedly had cranes in. All of a sudden, the cranes were gone, and there was like 1,000 people out there partying on Sunday afternoons, and it was like, whoa, what do we do? And they didn't even have a liquor license. They just,
we're not looking for a DJ. We're not going to have a DJ.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah,
DJ's
there's a
checked
DJ
on your
on there.
application. It says it on your application. It says DJ.
So
it says
It's also a
DJ.
dead end. It's also a dead end street. They could take not only the lot,
Not say,
but could
it does
extend
not
to the
say,
street.
excuse me, it does not say DJ. It says background.
In the
and
box, it says DJ.
DJ is not.
It says
in.
background live
Typed
music
in,
and
it says
DJ.
DJ. Typed in, it says DJ.
Tom, you correct. It says DJ.
We circled. Jennifer, you having a DJ there?
I am seeing DJ there. It shouldn't be there. Really, I fully understand your concern, and if adjustments need to be made to this, then we'll definitely do that. The only reason that music is even included in this is to have it as an option if someone were to rent out the space for an event. But truly, I have no interest in being another nightclub or large concert venue. I recognize there are already people in the area because of those. The reason that I'm only applying for this license is to financially support the space, which I'm opening only to provide an affordable area for small vegan restaurateurs who can't afford to open an actual restaurant on their own, and sustainable small businesses who also can't afford to have storefronts of their own. So it's meant to be a hub for urban farming, vegan food, and making sustainable living more accessible to people. I have several different educators who have approached me about holding workshops and classes to teach people about sustainable living. I can tell you about 3 different urban
Okay, so
farming
all right,
organizations.
we need to fix the application, and then if you have these organizations that are going to be working with you, you either put them in the box that says, which organizations community groups have you notified about the application, or you get letters from them saying like, we would love to work with Jennifer at her location to do blah 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 blah, and then do some outreach to community organizations and come back with them, because right now it's just last, and he just did a nice 244 number. Our threshold to come to the full board is 250. So 6 more people on your application and you have to do a presentation to the full community board about what you're doing on over there. And some of those people from the organizations I would like you to reach out to are members of the community board. But if you reached out to Leah and Karen at Evergreen, if you work out to the rooftop farming people, tell us who the food truck people are, that you've been talking to. They could write you a letter saying, we're really interested in this space and we want to go there. That backs us up a little bit, not to be like just falling over and giving up another empty lot for, same old, same old. Understand?
Right. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate the feedback.
No, so that's what I'm looking at. Committee, anybody else have anything to throw in here?
Nope, you got it.
Yes, I agree, because I thought of a presentation to the full board, but perhaps just outreach to Evergreen.
Well, no, I think it should be the Evergreen, talk to Cuff, maybe to, is that Maritza's district? Whose
Yes.
district is that? Does anybody? Reach out to Maritza Davila, who's the assemblywoman, who's got a lot of connection to, there's Josh, going a blank on Josh's last name. Somebody help me. Josh. Nobody can help me out with Josh. Going blank. I'm going, oh, Josh Cohen. Okay, he works with a food garden program out in either Bed-Stuy or Crown Heights or something. As a bar owner, he's working with high school students doing a garden, but they're also doing food preparation. So maybe reach out to Josh and hear what he did. And these are people in the community who can get you support. There's a thing called North Brooklyn Angels, which does lunches and foods to people in need of food, that maybe when you do your food trucks, they might show up and be able to give out free food to people in need, kind of a thing. It's just get some of those people on board with you, and I think it'd be great.
Okay. Thank you.
So I'm going to suggest that we postpone this a month for you to do that outreach and come back in June. All right?
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Committee, does that work for everybody?
Yes.
And if you need contacts and resources, call the office and they'll come to, Jerry, who's the district manager, is on here running this meeting, or controlling the WebEx. And we can connect you with people. But I mean, the first place you should go is talk to Karen and Leah at Evergreen about this location. Okay.
Okay, I will do that. Thank
And I
you
would
again.
reach out definitely to Maritza Davila's office and talk to her about school groups and community gardening groups and stuff like that. And I mean, I think she'd be excited about what you want to do there. All right.
Thank you.
Okay. No problem. Okay, moving along, gang. 13, class and company events.
Good evening, everybody. This is Piero Cece. How are you?
Daniel Grace, attorney, and Piero, who just spoke, is the member of the company, owner.
I'm the owner, yeah.
All right, this is a new application. I'm looking in my folder for this month, and I don't see anything. Does anybody else have any? Oh, I see it. There it is. I found it. All right, hang on. Where's the application? It's under, okay, here, 750 Manhattan Avenue. Where is that?
That's near Peter Pan Donuts, if you're familiar, on Manhattan Avenue.
Between streets, please.
I think it's
Manhattan and Meseros.
I'll tell you right now.
I'm gonna tell you, in between
No,
Avenue and Norman Avenue.
Bogdan.
The applicant can submit the application.
Stop, Bogdan, stop.
Yes, okay.
When I ask an application person where they are and they don't know, then I know they have no clue what's going on. If you volunteer where it is for them, then I don't get that.
Thank you, Tom.
Tom, I know very well where we are.
Remember the Axe guys? Remember the Axe guys? They had no idea where the subway station was, but they were going to open an Axe bar. I was like, oh, go back to Princeton. So, so where is it, Mr. Applicant?
It's between Meserole and Norman. We have 2 locations.
And you are who's speaking? Daniel Grace.
I'm the owner. This is Piero. Hi, I'm the owner of the.
That's Piero speaking. Okay.
Yes.
I can't see you. I'm reading your application.
Okay.
All right. And then all right. So Piero, 750 Manhattan. Now it's number 2. So how does it get a number?
So it's the second floor.
Oh.
The first floor is a
And it
Walgreens.
says here, co-working space offering a speakeasy type bar for workers and their events.
Yes.
Yes.
Is this someplace that's been operating without a license for a while and people have been complaining about it?
I don't think so.
Bogdan, now you
Possible,
can speak.
because that was like big venue on the second floor. It's possible. I don't know that, but possible.
So we took over the owners about 2 years ago. So there was Mr. and Mrs. Singh were running the company called Imperial Palace for I
Uh-oh,
think
bing,
10
bing, bing,
years.
bing, bing, stop. The capacity of this place is 372. They look like they're going to do 214, but I can't really be sure that's what's going to happen. There's way too much going on with this. There's no outreach to community groups. Bogdan, do you know where this place is?
Absolutely, I know. It's between
Well, no, but can you give me like,
Mesero,
can you, I have,
between
I'm having
Mesero
like,
Avenue and Norman Avenue, and we just gave one license to the location that was at 5 blocks away. That
no,
was
don't get
existing,
stuck on
but
that.
this
All right,
place is
Bogdan.
huge. On the second
Okay,
floor,
that's what
it's
I'm
huge.
concerned about. I'm like, I have no visual of this place.
Okay,
That's what I'm trying to find
You
out.
know what it is? Used to be downstairs a big grocery store. Okay, you know where it was from Meserol, when used to be blah, blah, blah. Okay. Ooh, how I can
Ogden,
describe
is this
you?
the place with the cranberry color like awnings?
Yes.
Really
Yes, that's-
big, huge, in
Yes.
Greenpoint?
Yes.
Was this Gerke's?
Downstairs, but upstairs was always like big venue place, like wedding place, party place, all
Yeah,
the time.
Gerke's. Was it Gerke's Catering back in the day?
I cannot hear
I'm not
you.
sure.
I said,
So
I've
if
seen
It was
it,
called
Gerke's.
Imperial Palace.
no,
Yes,
no,
interior. That's correct. That was Interior Palace. Oh, yes, that's correct.
they used to have like the clothing store downstairs. The same people.
That's correct.
The
Yes.
sneaker store. Yeah, the sneaker store. Yeah.
If I may, this is the attorney for the applicant, just so I can give everybody a bit of an idea of exactly what's going on now. So this is a
Trying to
co-working
figure out
space.
where it's at.
Yeah,
Well, the picture shows a Walgreens.
that's the ground floor.
That's correct.
So it's above. It's on the second floor.
Love
and
that.
yeah,
Down the block is Walgreens, Tom.
The applicant, their location is on the second floor.
Right, but downstairs is a Walgreens. Okay.
That's correct.
correct.
It's a big space. Whoa.
Huge.
Yeah. So there was a prior, the owners of the building or the owners of the premises had a license in place, which is now expired. So there was always a license there. I think you guys hit on it. That it was called Imperial Palace. Piero here and his partner took over the space about 2 years ago and have operated it as a co-working space. And that's the way the space will remain. They have another co-working space in another area of Brooklyn. This is their second one. It's a thriving co-working space with, many different office clients there. But what they're trying to do is to add an option as a speakeasy, very small. I know it shows huge capacities, but that's because the certificate of occupancy allows those capacities, and the SLA, I know, will look at it that the entire premises is licensed. But the real operation is a small speakeasy that their customers can rent out for their own private events, but also have an option where they can mingle, so different companies can mingle with each other for after work drinks, and they have a full kitchen with a full menu. And as you'll see in the application, there is one stand-up bar, but no seats at the bar. So the idea is not that this is going to be a sort of a crazy party bar location. It's going to be much more chilled out for the people there. There are no outdoor spaces. So yeah.
All right, I'm not happy.
Okay, the only one thing I can say, in the past, the place was, there was never a problem with that place, okay? Because most of the time they close very early. That's been 12, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock the most. In the past, But
Yeah,
the-
and
but
this
what the
applicant,
applicant is doing right now is different story.
well, no, this applicant's just looking to open until 2 a.m. There's nothing after 2 a.m.
I have a petition with 5 signatures on it. It says restaurant open till 2 a.m. You're telling us it's a speakeasy so that people who are allegedly working can go stand around and drink with each other. This SC of O is like 240 something, but you're going to have a small little place where they can like drink and allegedly work. Do you
Well,
have is there a business plan for this thing? Have you done this before? Is there a business model? This just sounds like some kind of, you know.
So of course, I'm glad you're raising these issues, Mr. Burrows. So here's
The menu is like 1 page of, you know, olives and pickles.
Yeah.
And we are not fans of olive and pickle places because we have more than enough olive and pickle places for drinking in this neighborhood.
So a lot of times when our office members want to, cut deals or they want to like bring clients, they want to have like a special presentation type thing with cocktails.
Yeah, we have
after.
hotels. We have a lot of hotels in the neighborhood that need.
But they have their offices here. They have their offices.
I thought there was a WeWork kind of a space. It's like
It is.
they
WeWork
rent
is.
a table and then they go away.
Yes, but this is just a step further than that. So they don't go away. So they come and
Well,
hang
I
out.
don't see. You're sending me. You have pictures here of an empty ballroom. Where are these offices? You've been there for 2 years. Where's the offices?
Pictures. We can submit pictures of the offices.
Well, you're applying for some speakeasy for people with offices, and there's no pictures of offices. It's like a ballroom with unfinished bathrooms. Where's
can
their
clarify
office? I
this.
see no offices in there.
I
see
can
a
clarify.
ballroom table and a gigantic ballroom. What office? There's no office.
We can get updated pictures to you. This was actually there was an application made on this during COVID, and it didn't make it before the community board. And I think that might have been an oversight in all around. I think it should have, obviously, as we see now, should have come before the community board, and the SLA basically dug in and said it needed to be reapplied. So those pictures are actually from
Right, but this is an application that was submitted on May 17th, 2022. So you should have had photos that reflected May 17th, 2022, not May 17th, 2020. Like what?
But the photos
make me crazy.
The photos are to show the
giant space. It's huge.
So if you want pictures, so Class & Co, the website, of course, I'm happy to provide them. But, if you go to classandco.com, the company, and if you go to Greenpoint, you can see the pictures of the offices. I know that's not the same as the application. I understand that. But that is the business model. The business model is we have offices and members and desks, that people rent. And, at night.
They can't put a bottle of scotch in their own desk drawer and just pull it out and have a drink with the person they're making the deal with?
It's not the same.
And it's
not. The offices can only hold.
I guess.
I think
that
devalues I think that seriously devalues the concept that Piero is bringing to the table. There's also a financial opportunity here. Why allow unregulated liquor consumption in his offices when he can regulate it, have people make deals, make it more attractive to more members, and make some money in the process? I mean, that's the reality.
And it's also, these are events of, up to 30 people. You cannot fit 30 people in somebody's office. So sometimes we have presentations, sometimes we have, networking things, we have meetups, we have all these things. And the people's offices, as big as they are, they cannot hold 30 people. That's,
And committee members, please help me out here because I'm like.
Only one thing I can say, when there was never a problem with that place, and they are on second floor, and they have, I believe, windows that cannot be open. Is that correct?
Correct.
So that's mean why is that important? Because the noise not going to go outside. That's what only I can say. I don't know nothing about the roof because that is just 2-story building.
And there's nothing above them.
Nope.
Yes, but if they're going to use, if the applicant is going to use the roof or is planning to use the roof, because it's very easy to use the roof on this location.
If the applicant, so there's no application for an outdoor space, and if the applicant ever felt it was something that they wanted to pursue, they would be back before you immediately.
Okay.
Well, Bogdan, look at page 4 and figure out all your problems.
Oh yes, I know that, but
Do you have literature that you send out to people that tells them about this fabulous working space where you're hoping to have a bar so they can better facilitate their business dealings?
We don't have the bar yet, so you know, it hasn't been an integral part of our business just yet, but we're planning
Has
to.
anybody done this anywhere else that you know of?
Yes, so there's other companies. For one, for example, is called the Bond Collective, and what they do is the Bond Collective has co-working spaces and offices, and there's a bunch near us, one in Greenpoint and one in Bushwick, and they have adjacent to these places an event space called, let's say, the Atrium, and a lot of their members get free use of that atrium, this event space, to host their own events, you know, with the hours that they accumulate by having office space in the company. And they're currently raising capital to you know, have an international presence, and they're known as the Bond Collective. So yeah, there's a precedent for this kind of thing. Also, WeWork, since you mentioned, they offered beers at their events. That's, you know, not our brand, but that, you know, there's a big precedent that mixes the social element with the productive element of a company.
All right, page 4 is a problem. You got to fix page 4 because it's really unclear.
Hey, Tom, I can't find this application, but what was his hours?
All right, 12 to 2.
Got it.
But the problem is you didn't fill any hours under music or kitchen.
So,
and then the C of O is 372. The maximum number of persons, I'm not sure what's going on in that box because it's crossed out and written over. 95 seats and 16 tables. I don't know if that means in addition to the little offices, there's going to be 95 seats and 16 tables, or that the little offices, like, and are the people going to go from this little party space into their offices and drink? Is that like, was the license applied to, I don't know how many thousand square feet this floor is, but does the license extend to the entire floor and people can go into their offices with their cocktails and
so
violate every sexual harassment law in the country? Then there's no service bars, so I don't know how anybody's getting their drinks. There's one stand-up bar with no seats at it. And then there's tips trained staff. I don't know what that means.
So maybe I can explain some
What
of
are
this. So
tips? It's is there a security company called Tips, or
no,
it's a certification
training the
plan, so
staff?
you know not
Like,
to serve drunk people and stuff like that.
Tips is a very well-known certification that pretty much
so there's going to be like servers on duty all times or something.
It's going to be, well, Piero will know more about the staff, but I just want to address the music and the kitchen hours are in there. There's a that symbol just means mirrored. So the music.
Obviously, you've never been to one of our meetings. Go ahead, Bogdan. Tell him what he has to do.
Tom, we have a few other members in our committee, baby.
I know, but I'm trying to get somebody to speak, so I'm calling out
I
people.
speak all the time, so maybe give me a little break.
This is your hood, Bogdan. Come on, tell him what you got to do.
Okay, he has to fix all the application, whatever is missing. All boxes has to be filled up. Every box is no such a thing as a. Every box has to be filled up.
Ditto box don't work.
Yes.
The box has to be actually filled in because you could walk away and fill it in after you leave us.
That's fair. Okay, that will be done and submitted.
It's not like we're being mean. It's just we want to make sure that whatever's, and what is like the maximum capacity? There's like, it looks like 214, but stuff was
214.
crossed out. So clean that up.
Because the C of O, so you'll see, so the
I got
capacity.
it, but somebody wrote a number in there, crossed it out, and put a number in the corner.
Yeah,
so
but you understand the number that was submitted to you was 214. The number that's scribbled out is 372, which mirrors.
Yes, I believe it's more than 214. Yes, it's over 300. Used to be all the time.
We went by the certificate of occupancy anyway.
Can I have a community question, if you allow me, Tom?
Yes.
Is the place only open for the members of which they rent the office, or will be open to the public? And will, in case, if you'll decide not to have the offices anymore, you'll be able to expand, and I just heard to more than 300 people as a capacity. So it definitely can change the objective you have just indicated as to
That's a
serve.
fair question. That's a fair question. And the whole company is called Class & Co for a reason, because we have classes and co-working. So when we started out the company in Williamsburg first, on Ainsley Street, we used to teach classes, cooking classes, and like productivity classes, like production, filmmaking, art, public speaking, and we had the co-working component. We expanded this into Greenpoint, the current location, and offices are the bread and butter of the company. That is never going to change.
All right, so
We will not have this as a
point
trick.
is the space for members only or open to the public?
So at the moment, it is only for members during the day. But if the event is, let's say, like a art gallery or something, and people buy tickets for it,
I thought the drinking was for making deals, not for art galleries.
So again, we don't want to like pigeonhole ourselves and just not be able to have
Well,
like
we're trying to pigeonhole you. We do not want another event space just for crowds to show up in a 300 square foot or 3,000 or how many thousands of square foot and having a party and then standing on the sidewalk and cars pulling up and dropping people off and picking people up. You set it as like an office where people then could then go and have drinks and make better deals. Now it's like you're going to have art shows and
So I'll give you an example of an event we have. I'll give you an exact example so you can get exact ideas.
No, I don't. Okay, it's coming on 9 o'clock. We're gonna have to stop soon, and I'm not happy.
I'll make it very quick. I'll make it very quick. Just 2 seconds. So basically, on my left, because I'm standing in the offices, we have a projection mapping wall. We have projectors that project on the wall. We have members here who do blockchain and like things like that. Something is called an NFT, which is an art certificate that you have a certificate of ownership for an art piece. We project them on the walls, and then when these artists who have offices here invite their friends or other investors to invest in these NFTs, in these like pieces of art, they need the whole space, and then it becomes an event to outsiders, which is hosted by one of our people who have offices. So to that regard, it is open to the public. But it's not like open, like people can just come in.
So you're saying if I'm a member,
yeah,
and I decide to have, let's say, a Mary Kay showing,
yep,
so then I invite other people in that are non-members. That is what you're saying?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I think I got it.
But you have to give us a list who's coming and all that. But yes, effectively, yes.
Got it.
As a community member, I will feel that seeing the scale and the potential change because of be good, and unfortunately our community board agreement doesn't get into that specific and the number, the proliferation license we have.
All right. Sante, I just said it's 9 o'clock. We can't, the committee has to go one way or the other on this one right now, and we're going to move on.
Can we?
I can't. We
Okay,
got to get a lot of shit done in the last half hour.
Can we make a recommendation they present to the full board, being that the capacity is so large?
We can do that.
Yeah, and it may turn out to be a very large event. People invite people. So it is a large capacity. It's 372
people.
So
Gene, make both. I will second it.
Isaac, did you make a? Gina, you're making a motion that this should be referred to the full board.
I make a motion that they present before the full board because of the capacity of 372.
And Isaac is seconding it. Okay. Hang on. I'm trying to get this together. All right. All those in favor of recommending that this applicant present to the full board?
Aye.
I can't figure this. So it's Julia.
Aye.
Isaac, Tommy. I'm trying to identify the names. It seems like everybody.
Yes.
Is anybody opposed?
Everybody over here.
Okay. All right. So the recommendation is that we're going to you postpone this item and I will send an email tomorrow to the chair to see if I can get this added to the full board agenda, which is going to be really full, for you to present with, your model, what the space is, what this is going to be, to the full board because of the size of this space and the number of people it could impact. And then we come back next month after you've made a full board presentation. And you have to make a request to the board office as well. You understand?
I do understand, and I appreciate you listening to us.
Yeah, thank you very much.
May I just point something? I would like to
Okay,
just
Bogdan.
remind you. I would like to just remind you that I am talking now to the applicants, please. That's what Tom said before. Our biggest concern is the people waiting to get in, the people getting out from the premises, the taxi waiting outside because it's two-way street. That is our biggest concern. So please, if you can answer that question, how are you going to take care of that? Thank you.
Not to us right now, to the full board.
No, full board.
Understood. Understood.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
I appreciate your time. Thank you, everybody.
Problem. All right,
Bye.
DPT Supreme Corporation doing business as Lavender Lake.
Hi, Tom. Harry Callahan here. I'm the attorney for DPT Supreme Court. This is Lavender Lake. The owner, Adam Sober, is here. I believe he's called in. So Lavin, let me know when you're ready.
Oh my God. I got to see if I've got it. DPT Supreme. People, I have it listed under DPT Supreme. I don't know if that's how we got the email. I have no idea.
Yep, we sent it back in.
Everything comes in weird ways. Okay. Oh my God, it's tiny. So it's 53 Broadway. Oh God, have you met with
Lower Broader Association?
Yeah, the Lower Broadway Association. Have you spoken to them?
We haven't.
Easy question, yes or no. It's not a.
It's Isaac. I got this email last week. I reached out to them. They're fine with it. They told me to share that with the committee.
Thank you, Isaac.
Based on the hours and the nature of the application is coherent with the guidelines of the Lower Broadway Association, and they thank the applicant for that.
Okay, so let me look at this quickly. So thank you, Isaac. That's very helpful. So it's on-premises liquor. It's new.
Isaac, you are the greatest.
Let's see. It's 4 to 11 Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Application doesn't look that bad.
It's 1 to 1 on Friday and Saturday, 11 to 11 on Sunday. The music matches the hours. The kitchen matches the hours. They put NA in all the outdoor spaces. It only has 40 seats and 20, so it's like 60 people. Signed and
Just so you know,
notarized, signatures. They met with the Lower Broadway. They contacted the Lower Broadway Association. It's a new building. I like the couch and rocking chair. So what do you think, Isaac?
They told me to share that they're okay with it.
Isaac, you're a member of the committee, Isaac.
If they're okay, I'm okay.
I'm sorry.
So, Isaac,
what's
do
Isaac
something.
saying?
I bet.
Motion
Do
to
something.
approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Wait, Isaac didn't
Isaac,
make
we
the
were waiting
motion?
on you, man.
I was waiting for Isaac to make the motion.
Yes, I'm doing the motion.
All those in favor? Yeah. Okay.
Aye.
Thank you. Moving on.
Aye.
Thank you, guys. This was
Thank you, Isaac.
Thank you all. Thank you,
El-
community.
El Poblado Corporation. Wine, beer, cider restaurant. It may have been approved before because it's not on my list of stuff that was sent in. It just sounds like something we did before on
Looks like 366 Union. That's right.
Yeah.
If I recall that, I probably went through that. Yes.
It sounds like something we've done before, and they're just doing that, temporary permit notice thing. I just don't have an actual sworn in stone. If Rob was here, he might say, "Oh yeah, I remember them." Anybody else have any recollection?
I am not sure, but I believe we did that. Yes.
Well, if somebody can, in there, wandering around in the next week or so, can look and see if there's.
Who has the application? What the application says? Hours and those things, simple things.
Well, no, there's no application sent in for this meeting. Like if it was just the thing, the temporary permit notice, people got confused about that. If they never did this before and all of a sudden they're told to come back to us, I'm just.
Okay. Is the applicant present at the meeting?
No.
Oh, I see. That's see. Okay, that used to be a restaurant before. Is that black when Jazz used to have one of his places? You know what I mean? Next.
Yeah, so I don't know how to track down what's going on there. I don't know how to find out whether they just didn't show up, or maybe I can talk to Joanna tomorrow and she can reach out to them. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Basically, it's one of the restaurants is on Union when you have a little old houses and in every each house is a restaurant.
Right, and it's just a wine, beer, and cider according to.
Okay, I make the motion to close that, to approve. That's it.
Second.
Well, I'm going to check to see that they had an application in. That's all. All right. Okay. Grand Morellis. Okay, so 16 is a postponement. Grand Morellis. Who's here? Anybody in Grand Morellis? Grand Morellis. Grand Morellis, is someone here? Isn't there a Grand Morellis?
Yes,
I'm here. Yes, he is here.
You're not hearing him.
Grand Street, that's my favorite spot.
7 to 7 Grand Street.
Yes. We love you at Grand Street campus. We love you.
I know, but like I have an application that's only like 3 pages long. I'm trying to find the rest of it.
Excuse me?
Hi, Raul.
Yes, hi.
Long time no see you since I lived on Graham Avenue.
Right. Yes.
All right, I'll say all you.
Too many people.
For breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
People.
Lunch and dinner, right.
People, stop. I have an application in my collection that's only 3 pages. I don't know where the full application is. As I'm trying to, I found it. It's like
you found it?
It starts with petitions and then it goes, it's like there's petitions and then the application starts. So they didn't write the name of the company on the first page either, which is interesting. So you got Graham Morellis, 727 Graham, between Graham and Humboldt, Raul Gonzalez, seeking a on-premise liquor for a restaurant. It says he had a similar business, but I know, where is that similar business? Everybody must know. Where is it? Tommy?
Maybe Mr. Gonzalez can speak on it.
Yes.
Yes.
Raul Gonzalez can speak on it. But he did submit
we
his
have to go
application.
really fast. We have like 20 minutes. So when I say, where's the address, someone has to answer the question.
Yes.
So where's the previous premises? Are we familiar with it? Anybody who was greeting him and saying hello to him?
I say, okay, this is what I understand. This is Gina speaking. This is
Thank
Raul Gonzalez. This has been his business for the last, how many years, Mr. Gonzalez?
25 years.
25 years. He's never had a liquor license before, and he is now applying for the liquor license. And
I don't know that.
Okay, that's why I'm asking him to speak, to present.
Everybody's saying hello. We love his tacos. I need to know what he's applying for.
He's applying for a liquor license.
For a facility he's run for years, is what you're telling me?
Yes.
Okay.
Dura, if I correct, there was always just dinner and bakery, right? Bakery and dinner, but there was never beer, wine, or anything, any alcohol.
No.
But I remember the places for like.
You don't have a liquor license. You don't have any of those things. That's right.
Yes, but he was there for over 8 years.
I know, but Gina just told me he never had a liquor license. Okay. So the former premises is the premises he's in now. There is no former premises. It's the same place.
Thank you, Tom.
Yes?
You got it.
Okay, because it says his former premises was Grand Morales. It's like, where was that? So it's this place. Okay.
It's in 727 Grand Street.
All right. Now, page 4, we have no problem with the hours of your operation, but you need to fill in all the boxes with the
Oh,
damn times.
Oh, he did fill in all the boxes.
Yes, I did.
On the one I'm looking at, the boxes have little ditto marks in it.
No. He sent another page 4 with the complete page 4.
Oh my God, no, I have to find the other page 4.
Yeah, I have it
Oh,
here.
so that's why I could only find that page 4. There it is. Okay, there's the new page 4. Okay, let me see the new page 4. The problem is, who puts all this together for Joanna? We just discussed this, and then who tells Joanna this new page 4 gets stapled into the old application? Oh my God. All right, so everybody loves you. Nobody's going to eat a worm. It's fabulous and marvelous. It's signed. It's notarized. So what are we doing?
Motion to approve.
I think
Second.
Yes, I think we're okay.
All right, thank you. Just got to get clear,
you.
and somehow
Gracias, Raúl.
somehow I got to figure
Yes.
out how we let Joanna know what page goes with what application, because we get pages all over the place.
I'll walk
All
to
right.
the from my school to the place, and I'll walk it over, whatever it takes.
All right, now hello
Okay.
crepes. Hi, hello crepes. Hi, hello grapes. 192 gram. Hi, hello crepes sounds familiar, like it was some crazy name place we already did once before. Does that sound familiar to anybody? And drugs. Anybody familiar with Hi, hello grapes?
I think,
Crepes?
is she here?
Usually when I say the name, they yell at me, so I'm waiting, but no response.
Hello.
It couldn't be. It's another wine, beer, cider, bar. Oh, that's got wine, bar, tavern.
Good
So it's
evening. This is Sandra Hahn speaking.
Who's that? Yes. Hello.
Crepes.
Okay.
Sandra Hahn.
Did you
Sandra
send
Hahn
an
speaking. Can you
application
hear
in?
me?
Does anybody have an application? Committee?
I don't have application.
I don't either.
I don't either.
I don't have an application. So who's speaking?
This is Sandra Hahn speaking.
All right. Did you send an application in?
I did. It was actually submitted May 7th.
Oh, because I don't see it.
It's actually, I got a response from your commuter office saying that they thank you that it was received.
What name did you send? Like, what was because were you
email
hi,
address?
hello? Did you come in under your address? What
It was hi, hello, crepes.
Okay.
Right. And the email address that I use is the licenses BK01 at.
There it is. I found it. There it is. I found it. I found the folder. I found it. I found
Okay.
it.
Great.
Hi, hello, crepes.
What date was sent?
Well, I have it as I put it in my computer on May 14th. So
I see.
it's like, when do I read my emails? It was the date on it is May 2nd. I put it in my computer on May 14th, and it says new beer, wine, cider. So is it just beer, wine, cider?
Yes, that is correct.
It's a tavern of wine. It's a coffee shop and bar. 12 a.m. to 12 a.m. on Monday. Closed on Tuesday, 12 to 11 on Wednesday, 12 to 12 on Thursday, 12 to 11 on Friday, 12 to 1 on Saturday, 12 to 11, I think, on Sunday. You need to your numbers are a little like written over on your hours.
Maybe the scan. Maybe that's why it was.
No, you wrote over them. You wrote.
Right.
You
Yeah, I wrote it over them
over
because I actually scanned all the pages. Maybe it was a scan. It was
Well,
kind
so,
of
but what is,
scratchy.
so it looks to me like Wednesday's 12 to 11, Thursday's 12 to midnight,
That is correct.
Friday's 12 to 11. I'm not, and it looks like Saturday's 12 to 1.
Yes, that is
But
correct.
then Sunday, have no
12 to 12.
clue.
12 to 12.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
You filled in all the boxes. Now we are not approved. Where's this outdoor space that you're?
It's a backyard, so it's pretty much enclosed
All
with
right. So what
fences.
are you doing with this place? What is this place? Tell us about it quickly.
This is pretty much a crepes place. We have savories and sweet items on the menu, as you can see. That business has been open since 2019. It's pretty much brand new. It has Mr. Bolivar Arrieta also present in the meeting. So the establishment pretty much has been serving coffees, cappuccinos, the savory crepes. That's all they serve throughout the time. They're trying to pretty much expand possibly the menu to sandwiches and salad because they have that potential once they get the beer and wine cider license. And also since the customers has been liking so much the type of crepes that been serving to them, so they've been
That they need to
requesting
drink?
yeah, they were actually
They love them so
requesting.
much they have to drink?
I mean, like, but I was very surprised myself because crepes place usually would not ask for a beer one cider, but
Right.
honestly, the customer were requesting directly the owners, like they wanted to have, sip the wines right in the backyard, has their own crepes, savory crepes to eat it, with the wine.
But
I
then
was
why
very,
don't you
very
just get a
surprised.
wine and beer? Why are we getting? What are we getting? Is it just wine and beer?
Well, that's a category that SLA has.
Is it just wine and beer? You're just serving wine and beer.
That is correct.
Okay.
Right.
Where is the wine and beer going to come from in this crowded kitchen?
Well, according to the owner, his plan is just to actually order it by few days, and he has a storage cabinet right above the kitchen, just to store all these some beer cases. He doesn't want to have like massive quantity because he don't have that amount of storage available. As you can see on the floor plan, there is a small
Yeah, it's very
perpendicular.
small. The
Yeah,
backyard
it's
is
very
very
small,
nice.
and
I like it. It's
and
umbrellas.
then
It's covered.
right. And he's intent to have like those Home Depot type of portable houses things, sheds, and so he can store pretty much more cases of beer, maybe wine bottles,
All
and
right.
have a
So
lock.
who's the owner?
Is Mr. Bolivar Arriera?
Is he there?
Yeah, he should be present probably because it was waiting too long, and he should be there on the line.
Oh, he's gone. Okay.
I guess because it was waiting too long. I
No,
told him to wait.
Sounds like he's there.
yeah, I'm here.
Oh,
Hi,
okay, he's there.
Mr. Bolivar, tell us about what you're doing.
So yeah, we are doing a sweet and savory crepes. We're doing a nice place, and in this area we try to. A lot of people are asking for the beer and wine because it's a good complement with the crepes. So we try to
How quiet is your backyard? Do you keep it quiet back there?
yeah, we always keep quiet. Yeah.
Okay,
How
you
many
get your
tables you have on the backyard?
The backyard is till 10.
But how many tables? How many people is sitting by the backyard?
There's 24 seats. Half of it is covered by a plastic roof.
Okay.
One of those corrugated roofs, and the other one is tables with big canvas umbrellas.
And to the neighbors is any fences?
There's a fence around the property from the photograph.
Mhm.
Let me see how high it is. There's a gigantic wall on one side of a building. There's a building that's set back with a fence, and then behind the back half of it has the roof over it. So, and there seems to be a big yard behind that. There's no building directly behind them. It's like but that's half of it's covered with like that wavy plastic, the translucent wavy plastic kind of a thing. And there's a bookshelf, like you can sit back there, drink your wine, and read a book.
Yeah.
Looks
Yeah,
like a very mellow backyard.
Did you speak to the people that live around you and people that live above you that you're gonna having serving alcohol, even wine and beer? Do they know that you're gonna serving now alcohol on your backyard?
Yeah, everybody know here. Everybody asking for the beer and wine, so everybody's happy.
All right. There's like petitions from Graham Sand Street, which is nowhere, like Messerol, Scholes, Graham, Scholes, Graham, Scholes. I don't know. Yeah, and it's clearly saying beer, wine, and cider at the Crate Place in the backyard garden. So doesn't seem like a problem to me.
Okay, if they close the backyard at 10 o'clock, I make the motion.
Oh, yeah.
I make the motion to approve the application.
Okay. Anybody opposed? Oh, who wants to second it?
A second.
A second, whatever.
Tommy. Okay. Anybody opposed to this? All right, so you're good. All right, thanks everybody for that one. 19 is postponed till June.
Thank you.
All right, 19 is postponed till June. Maury, M-O-R-I.
Yes, I'm here. My name is J.U. I'm the representative.
Is this your first time? Because I'm looking for your application now.
No, this is not the first time. Actually, we attended on October 26, 2021.
Really?
And, you approved it already.
Oh, so is this one of those, what is this for then? There's no descriptive on it.
Yeah, the
November
reason
we did you in November?
No, October 26.
October. Okay. I'm just trying to find my whatever. I don't have my October sheet. Oh, there it is. Got it. All right. So Maury was here. We okayed them. They had new operating hours. They changed from beer and wine to liquor. So, what is this one for, Mr.
So for
Maury?
liquor license.
What did you get in October?
No, I got the papers that was signed.
What did you get in October? What kind of license did you get?
On premises liquor, and then.
So what are you here for now?
I'm re-notifying you because 6 months passed, and also they changed the notification forms, and then I just want to give you the amended notifications. That's all.
What? Somebody know what we're talking about? Somebody help me out here. Mitty, anybody? Is there a lawyer that explains to me what's going on here?
Yes, so basically, I don't recall.
I don't have an application. I have no paperwork, so I don't know what's going on here.
I know. I don't have the application too. Far as I remember, yes, was something like this. That's all. And this the gentleman, the lawyer from the applicant, is always correct and never.
Yeah, but that's not the lawyer. That's the owner that's talking with us now.
No, this is lawyer, right? Are you?
I'm not.
I don't know who's talking. I can't see. I'm in the application land.
Okay. Sir, are you the lawyer for the applicant? Is that correct?
I'm a representative, but I'm not an attorney.
Okay, yes.
All right, so we heard some kind of an application back in October of 2021. It was, according to our list, it was a wine, beer, and cider restaurant. But then you came back on that day and you made it into an off-premises liquor license, and you changed from beer and wine to liquor, and we recommended approval back then. So what is it you're here for now, and where is the paperwork?
Paperwork, I emailed you the whole, actual whole packages.
When?
That was in October, but.
No, we had a meeting in October. What are we here? It's the same.
Right. And then I notified you because of 6 months passed. And then by the SLA regulations, I have to re-notify you once the 6 months passed from the date of first notifications. And meanwhile.
So what did you send us? I don't have anything.
I did send it.
Well, what is it you're notifying us of? What is it? I don't get it.
What do you mean by that?
Anybody on the committee can help me out here? I'm not a liquor license expert. So, like, what are we talking about?
Okay, can I ask the question, sir?
Yes,
In October, you were approved for wine and beer. Is that correct?
No. You already approved for the full liquor license, but I notified you back in when was it? Back in August 19th?
My question is very simple. On October, you were okay with us for wine and beer or for
No,
liquor?
he was approved for a full liquor license.
For liquor.
Okay.
So why is he here now? I don't know.
Because 6
Can I
months
jump in
rules.
for a second?
I've asked for some lawyer to help me out here because I don't know what the hell's going on.
I believe what the gentleman will try to say is.
And send him a bill, Mike, because I don't know what's going on.
Once the original notification is 270 days old, you have to re-notify the community board because it's no longer valid. So
So
he
and
probably
what are we
just re-notified you.
And what are we supposed to do about it?
I mean, you go with your old stipulation, I guess.
Well, we have to reconsider his application again, or what?
No, not as long as he has the old stipulation signed. He could still use that.
Well, it'd be nice if you provide us the old one so we could see it, because you know our record keeping is.
I will send it again.
When was this? October 26th. God. Never gonna get out of here. Jerry, are you banging on the walls yet? Jerry's gonna throw us out any minute. All right, so Maury Restaurant at 340 Grand Street had an application which they submitted to us back in October. Oh God, on-premise liquor. It was 11 to 2. It was had 21 seats and 4 people at the bar. It sat total of 25 people. Had no outdoor space. And we recommended approval. It was this little teeny space. There's pictures and it's on 340 Grand Street. So what's happened over the last 270 days? Why are you here?
Because there is a significant delay for the constructions due to the
So
COVID.
they didn't open. They didn't open. So now they said you took too long. You got to start over again, right?
They finished it, and then I filed the applications already.
All right. Have you changed anything on your liquor license application?
I'm sorry?
Did you change anything on your liquor license applications? It's still 25 seats?
No, it's the same thing. No.
So we prior approval, so we'll just approve them again, everybody, okay? Is that good? Okay, reapprove. All right.
Reapprove, agree.
Is that all you need, Mr. Sir? Okay. Spectacular Bird, alteration. Anybody here from Spectacular Bird? I have no paperwork. Anybody have paperwork on Spectacular Bird?
Hey, it's Frank Palilla. How are you?
Yeah. Do you have any paperwork?
Guys, can you hear me? It's Frank Palilla.
I hear you. I'm looking
How
for
are you?
paperwork. I don't see any.
You're not going to get paperwork on this, Tom.
All right. What is it?
You don't want this one. We discussed this. We did an email. This is 1 table and 2 chairs outside. It's open restaurants. You don't have a voice on it. You've said many times, and you don't want to hear these things.
Right. So when I asked earlier, is there stuff I can get rid of? Weren't you in the room?
I was, but I just love these meetings.
So you're doing it. So this is a DOT open streets?
Yes, it will be. For as long as
All
that lasts, which I don't know how much longer that's going to be anyway.
So we don't take any position on those. So thanks. Bye.
But I emailed you. Could have taken them off the agenda.
Well, I don't see this. I work for a living during the day. All right. Are you good with Frank? Are we done with you on that one?
Yeah, I'm done.
All right. Tailgate Clothing Company, Todd Snyder. What is that? Anybody have a clue?
Yep, I can tell you, Donald Bernstein. This is Todd Snyder.
Does anybody have a paperwork on this?
We sent it in.
No,
I have
didn't
paperwork.
ask you. I'm asking my committee.
Yes, I do.
When I say anybody, it means the committee. All right, I'm looking. What is it called?
Todd
Snyder.
I have.
It's called Todd Snyder. Okay, I found it. Now I have 2 questionnaires. Was something changed, or did I just happen to be generously received 2 of them?
Should only be 1.
Well, they send me 2 of everything from the office, so.
When I look at the application, we're talking about number 22. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, when the stipulation page was crossed out.
Wait, but can I certify who's here first? Like Donald Bernstein is speaking, correct?
Yes.
All right. Is anybody here with you?
Yes, Alejandro Rett, who's a vice president of the company, is here with me and on the screen.
Why is he not on the application?
Why is he not in the application? He's an officer of the company. He's not an owner.
Yeah, but you got Todd Snyder, Rob Mangano, Deborah Murtha, you know, and then you bring some ringer guy who is he? You don't have a phone
He's a
number,
ringer.
you know.
Hi,
I'm right here. I'm on the phone.
He's a ringer.
So like I have to add another name, like, you know, if something goes wrong, he's the guy who's opening in his mouth. Like, you know, Todd
Also-
Snyder's not here. So who'd you bring with you? What is his name, Don?
Alejandro Rett.
My name's
Spell
Alejandro
that.
Redd. I've been with the company for over 6 years. I also
Yeah, but
live
why don't
2
they
blocks.
put your name on the application? You know, they got other owner, you know, manager Rob, owner Todd,
He's the
landlord,
I'm
emergency
filling in for
contact.
Todd. He was traveling.
Additional owner Todd. So Todd is the owner and the additional owner. Why don't they put you as additional owner?
I don't own it. I'm an officer in the company.
All right, but you're the guy that's going to have your neck on the line because you're going to be speaking about all the wonderful things you're going to do.
I hope you like what we do.
Oh, all right. So it says Bottle Club. What does that mean?
So what it means is that, well, first what it is it's a men's clothing store.
Oh
Todd
my
Snyder-
God, your clothing is so bad people have to drink?
Right.
No, we like to provide a drink.
That's
while
what we
people are
told Urban
shopping.
Outfitter. Nobody would buy their clothes unless they
Oh
got
my
a liquor
God.
license.
Let me talk so you can finish. If I can explain it, it'll take 2 minutes. So it is a brand that Todd created. He's been in the industry for years. In 2011, he created his own brand. He's got men's designer wear, menswear designer stores. He's got about 3 or 4 of them. And what he's, you know, what you can do is you can come in, you can be fitted, you can look at fabric. It takes some time. It's not necessarily just pulling a shirt off a rack. So as an amenity for the men or women that are shopping there, you can have a glass of wine, you can have a drink, and he doesn't charge for it. It's just an amenity that's given to the shopper. So it's not a regular on-premises license. It's a bottle club license, which allows him not to have to serve food and to essentially give it away to the customers. The store is open until 7 p.m., except on Sunday it closes at 6 p.m. Total occupancy we have is 48. But it's a retail
I'm
store.
looking at your application, so I'm listening and looking at the same time. I'm just amazed that people have to drink and shop at the same time.
The application is not notarized.
That's true. The other thing is, why did you feel you had to cross out our stipulations? You had to like draw a line through and you just didn't like
It
them?
was for outdoor space. There's no outdoor space, so that's why we did it.
All right.
Can you explain that, Tom?
Explain what?
Explain what?
That's what the page that was crossing. Even if applicant doesn't have the outdoor space, you still have to sign because there is some thing that's applied to anybody, even to the windows. You don't have to be.
Yeah, the Windows and door stuff.
Yes. Yeah, you have to fill up
You
that
know, and the
application.
smoking regulations, and if people go outside and smoke, that's all in there. It's just there. Crossing it out just is like, you know, screw you is what it's
Absolutely.
like. So
We never allowed anybody to close that.
so, you know, but it's on a second. We force it on you a second time. So, you know, 2 places. You when you sign that back page where it isn't notarized, the same things that are up above.
And of course, the cover page, first cover
Yeah, you
page.
got to put your name on the first page, you know, the name of the applicant on the first page.
And
would be,
location
you know,
and date.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
yeah. Don't make me crazy. It's so silly. Does anybody care? They filled all the boxes in.
No, if the most important thing is stipulation page. If that's gonna be
Well,
correct.
the thing is, the thing is, Oh, yes. Is there a rooftop on this building?
Not ours, no.
Other than
Is
that,
there a
I'm
roof?
fine.
Is there a roof on the building?
It's an apartment building. We don't have
Right.
access to the
So,
roof.
but one of the stipulations is you're not going to use the roof. Okay.
We don't have access to the roof.
Okay. And that you don't have a rear yard.
No,
Okay. No outdoor space.
no.
Let's see. Sound rambling. Okay. All right. So, Bogdan, the second bunch of stipulations has all this stuff about doors and windows. So if they
correct.
sign the page with the notary, and then that
Yes,
covers all
then
that.
I'm
crap.
fine. Then if the stipulations page is gonna be not crossed out and it's gonna be application fill up, just the notarize and fill page, I'm fine. I make motion to approve under this condition.
Okay. Feature. Where is this store going to be?
It's on White and North Third in the corner. Used to be Brooklyn Denim Co.
Means nothing to me. Anybody else familiar with this location? Nobody who lives over there wants to be on the board, obviously. Okay, so anybody
I live
opposed?
2 blocks away.
Anybody opposed to this? All right, we're good.
Okay, thank
I'd
you.
like to make a motion to
All
accept
right.
the application.
Yeah, we got it.
Second.
Right there, Julia.
Thank you, everyone. I appreciate your time.
All right, the drunk crab, which is spelled as the drunk carb. So I don't know, is it the drunk carb or the drunk crab? I'm not sure.
Can't have a drunk carb.
Is it the drunk carb? It's the drunk crab. It's not the drunk carb.
I don't know where you're seeing that. I'm looking at the app. It says crab.
No, on our tally sheet, on
Ah.
our sheet, it got spelled as the drunk carb. I'm like, oh,
Greeks
okay.
have carbs.
Is this yours, Frank?
This I know. Yes.
Is this yours? Oh my God! Pay attention, everybody. Frank's gonna entertain us.
No, I'm not. I'm too tired. I'm too old. Guys, you don't have a lot of time. This is a fairly easy one. It's 198 Randolph Street. Previously licensed location. There is nothing around it. It's a completely desolate area.
There's stuff around it. Don't say there's nothing.
There's really nothing around it.
There's some.
There's
There's
really
a few things out there.
Okay.
Wait a minute. What is this 4 o'clock in the morning crap? What did the bar before have?
4 o'clock in the morning.
How do we know that?
We approved it. Well, you did. I asked for it.
No, what was there before?
There was a bar called Bushwick Bar.
And now what is this going to be?
Drunk crab.
But what's different? Like, what is it?
This is going to be a Mexican restaurant. There's a menu attached. The prior operation was more hamburgers and fries type of thing, chicken fingers.
And you're telling me that we gave them 4 o'clock on Friday and Saturday?
Absolutely. These are the same hours. I did the application about 5 years ago.
I could dig it out if I had the time, I'm sure.
Oh, I could.
I don't have the time. Too many kids have guns. I'm dealing with too many kids with guns all day long. This is like, what is this?
There's one OP 495 feet away. There's no residences in the area. That's why you didn't have a problem last
I'm
time.
looking for the menu. I want to. There it is. Fried calamari. Oh.
Yep.
Oh.
Don't stalk us. I'm starving.
Tacos. Whoa, $45 for the lobsters and the garlic sauce. Wow, and add some shrimp. It's $50. Surface seafood orgy, $60. Who's your customers?
A lot of fat people.
But on Randolph Street, eating $60 for dinner. Whoa. Okay.
Juan, you want to chime in?
Yes. Hi,
There's an owner here. How exciting!
Yes, there is.
Yeah. I'm here. I'm waiting probably like 5 hours.
They don't care.
No, it's not 5 hours. Don't get smart with us.
Well, no, we did sign in at 5 o'clock. He and I did.
That's why, yeah.
I don't know people are out there. So is this Juan Campo Verde?
Yes.
Yes.
So what do you want to tell us?
Nothing. I'm just waiting by you guys.
What do you think about a food truck garden on out there?
Food truck?
Weren't you here for
One of the prior applications was a food truck.
You said you were here all night. Did you hear about the food truck garden?
Wasn't it the food hall, Tom?
No, 99 Scotch. She wants to put food trucks in a yard.
Yeah, that was Giuliano. I think her name was. It was a food. It was a food hall, right? They were doing other things
No, it's
too.
outdoors. They're going to park
Right.
4 trucks in a row and feed food in a gravel lot.
I thought there was clothing too that she was selling.
I didn't see the clothing. She said clothing, but I didn't see any clothing. So
Anyway, this is
committee.
a
I'm like waiting for a committee. What committee? What do you think?
The application I'm looking at is until 2 a.m.
Okay.
It's until
No,
2 a.m.
Friday and Saturday. Friday and Saturday are 4.
Oh, Friday and Saturday. Okay, let me look again.
It's basically middle of nowhere rates. So
All right.
And
Let me
Frank
look.
says that the one that was so did
Right, I
Juan,
think
did you have the
4.
place
yes,
full
yes,
up?
yes. Now I see it. 4 o'clock.
Wait,
Okay.
Juan,
right.
did you have the place before?
No, he did not.
See anything.
The place before was actually operated by the landlord.
Okay.
Oh, that's why it's closed.
All right.
After
we'll do
5
this.
years, after
Oh,
5 years, he'd
sorry.
rather be a landlord than a restaurateur.
I don't blame him.
Tom, the 4 o'clock
Nobody
doesn't,
there will go. There's no outdoor space. So.
Tom,
Ogden.
even 4 o'clock
Okay.
doesn't bother nobody. But if somebody's gonna come back home at 4 o'clock from that place, I don't think so. It's gonna get safety home. So they're
Especially
always
after
4
that
o'clock.
$60 after the $60 seafood orgy, they're never gonna make it home. But they won't have any cash to rob after that.
Okay.
All right, I'm not gonna fight this one. What do we think, committee? We think we're okay with them?
Yes.
All right,
Yeah.
cool.
I agree.
All right, thanks. All right, Frank, go away.
Have a good month, guys.
All right,
Thank you
who's
much.
here? Who's here for Zero Ichi? Zero Ichi. Anybody here for Zero Ichi? We don't have any paperwork, so I'm just trying to figure out who they are. Were they here before? Anybody familiar with Okoshuki or Zero Ichi?
I believe they by the others. I believe they are first time. 376 R Graham Avenue. No, I don't recall them at all.
Wine, beer, cider, bar, tavern. Zero Ichi doing being as Okosuji. And I don't see any paperwork. Anybody? Anybody here from there? Anybody in the audience from there?
Don't see any paperwork.
Okay, no applicant. We know what we do with them. All right, now Frank came and we've got his paperwork today, and he's sitting patiently waiting to see if we'll even entertain him. Although I don't hear Jerry banging on the pipes yet, but
Jerry went to sleep.
no, he's alert. Believe me, he wants us to get the hell out of here.
I don't blame him.
So
which one is Frank's? 66?
Frank, speak. Wait, Mike Kelly.
Sorry,
Yes.
Mike.
I'm
Kelly,
here.
What is yours?
Born to Lose,
Oh.
number 11.
Is that the only one you had?
Yes.
I have the application.
Well, he sent it to us today. He says he sent it before, but it came today. He sent it with petitions.
What
Born
I try to
Lose-
say, Tom, I do not have the application.
Well, it was sent to me and 11 others, so you must have got it at 10:20 this morning is when I received it.
Yeah, it was here.
Okay.
But, it's supposed to be the Friday before, Mike. Mike. And
Yes.
it's 126A, which is between McGinnis and Eckford Street. Anybody know where that is?
Yes.
Okay, Arthur, do you know that location?
Yes, I know the location. I even had one of the ladies who live down the block from on McGinnis around the corner. She dropped off a letter at the funeral home for me to read it, actually. But she's against. She lives in 45 McGinnis Boulevard, and she said it's a very busy and loud street, and the new bar will add the street noise. In my building, there are many bars in the neighborhood about 3 or 4 minutes from my house, and operating another venture, it just doesn't make sense. And she lives at 45 McGinnis Boulevard, so she left the letter at the funeral home. And
Where is that in relation to?
It's right on the corner. They connected with the backyard. because this place is like a street, or it's across the street from Evergreen Funeral Home.
Oh, what was there before? Like a deli?
Yes.
No, there was a like a
20-day spa.
like a massage parlor. Then before there was like a store with the clothing. There was never a bar.
It was quiet.
Yeah, of course. There was never a bar there. And next door there's a donut shop. You know, the guy who left Peter
The
Pan.
guy who stole the donuts from Peter Pan?
Yes.
Oh.
That's correct. That's correct.
Oh God.
That's right.
Yes, it was a day spa, body work, skincare, and waxing. Okay.
Right. Can I make a presentation on it?
Well, nobody else has the paperwork except me, it seems.
Oh,
I
Tom,
got
I
it.
find it. I got it.
I have it.
I find it. Yes.
I have it also.
And
All right. Jerry, how are we doing? Would you like to get rid of us?
No, that is very bad.
Quarter
location.
two. Let's
No.
move.
We have four
Okay.
bars on the corners. We have around 18 bars, and from Manhattan Avenue to Russell Street, we had 38 locations of liquor store. Believe me or not, we don't need any more bars. We don't need any places that's going to serve alcohol at the corner. At Nassau Avenue, in between Eckford Street and McGuinness Boulevard, is 4 places that serve alcohol. Across
All
this
right. Well, according to the list that Mike provided us,
yes,
there's only 3 bars.
no, because there is fish.
There's
and
only
lobster.
2. There's only 2 bars. No, wait. Where's the list? Hang on.
No bars. There's 3 restaurants.
There's 3 licensed establishments within 500 feet.
No, absolutely.
One at 139 Nassau, one at 138 Nassau, and one at 119 Nassau, according to the active premises liquor licenses list that Mr. Kelly provided us.
Tom, that's correct.
Fish joint has alcohol as well. The fish joint on Eckford and Nassau. That's another joint.
They have wine and beer.
Oh, okay.
So it's
One
wine and
and
beer is not alcohol.
Tom, we have 18 alcohol serving place from Manhattan Avenue and Nassau up to Newell and Nassau, 18. But if you're going to go further down Nassau and back to Manhattan Avenue, is 38 altogether. Do we need any more place to serve alcohol that we have 38 places in 2 blocks this way and 2 blocks the other way?
Well, I'm just telling
we don't need that.
what
At
the
least
state
it's a law.
Bogdan, I'm just telling you the state law. There's only 3 licensed
no,
premises within 500 feet.
No,
That's what I'm telling you.
Can I make a presentation so you can find out what this place is? Because I understand
the place is very simple. The place is very simple. People have enough bars around a restaurant. People have enough. They have
Bogdan.
Yes, okay.
Bogdan, let him make his presentation.
Okay, we're located at 126A Nassau Avenue between McGuinness and Eckford. We're taking over the place formerly occupied by H20 Day Spa. We will be a tavern open from 2 p.m. to 2 a.m. Monday to Thursday, 12 p.m. to 2 a.m. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We don't foresee ourselves staying open until 2 a.m. a lot during the week, but we want the ability to do so if we have a client or 2 around. We're not looking for a 4 a.m. license because we're not interested in being a late night drinking crowd, the kind of bars Bogdan's talking about. Brittany is a sommelier. My French is bad. With over 20 years experience in the industry. She's been doing this for 20 years. She's finally getting an opportunity to open her own business. The establishment will have an extensive wine list because that's what she's a professional at. And that's what she'll be focusing on. We'll also be offering a limited number of specialty cocktails for people who prefer a cocktail over wine. If I went in there with my wife, she'd have the wine, I would have a cocktail. We want to create a quiet environment for those who want a glass of wine or cocktail with a date or friends that don't want to be in a drinking environment with loud music, rowdy people, namely a dive bar. We want to create a reputation that attracts an older, mature crowd looking for a good time without being hassled. We'll be hoping to attract people coming to eat at the 4 restaurants in our immediate area who are waiting for tables. They can come enjoy a cocktail, glass of wine, while inside they wait for a phone call telling them their table is ready. We also expect residents of the area looking for a quiet place to have a drink. A lot of them would be Brittany's friends. She's lived there for 11 years. We have 9 tables, 40 seats, and a 20-seat bar, all on the first floor, which is 792 square feet. There'll be low background music so our clients can hear themselves talk and not have to yell over loud music. There is no outdoor seating, no backyard, no roof deck, no open restaurant seating. The premise will be run and managed by its owners who will be on-site operators. Their cell phones will be available for anyone who needs to call. We'll be reopening a premise formerly occupied by a day spa, bringing light and activity back to the spa. The activity will also bring security to the street. After speaking with residents, especially women in our building, they are happy that there'll be some activity at this location, making it safer to walk when they come home late at night. Although there are 3 other on-premise licenses within 500 feet, they are all restaurants. There's no bars within 500 feet. Brittany has lived on Russell Street, about 5 blocks away since 2011. She's very familiar with the neighborhood and chose this location because of that. What we have here is a resident who's been working for other people for 20 years, opening up her first business in her neighborhood. We'll have low background music so the clients can get a little background on the wine served and background behind them. We can't have loud music. You won't be able to understand what you're drinking. The premises will be serving mostly the neighborhood and people already in or coming into the area so that we don't foresee a lot more traffic. From talking to neighbors, they don't recall any criminal activity at the location. Brittany is an 11-year resident of the area. She is someone opening up her first business where she lives. She lives here. We will be the only place that I have described within the 500 feet. The others are restaurants. We did send emails of support to the CB email. 39 signatures were submitted, 2 from our building, 14 from our block, and the others from the immediate area. Are there any questions? Any questions? We'll be happy to answer them. This is not a dive bar. This is not one of those bars that are over 500 feet away. This is a place where women can come in, have a glass of wine. This is what Brittany's mostly focusing on. She got her idea from a lot of her friends who want a place like this. And I'm sure a lot of people in the neighborhood would like a place to go have a drink without music.
I have a question, actually. Can I ask a question?
Sure, I'm done.
You're a committee member. Go ahead.
Yeah, sure. So the question is, I mean, there is a bar, Juicy Lucy doesn't serve food, but doesn't matter. It's a straight up bar without the food. So that's besides the point. It's right.
Your SLA has that classified as a restaurant on their website.
Okay, so if you
I'm sorry.
Wait.
When you finish to talk, please. Nobody interrupt you when you spoke, please.
Let me finish. Okay, actually, the place doesn't.
Arthur.
Yeah.
Can I ask a
We
question?
live there. We live there. You say you're gonna invite your wife
Bogdan.
next to your house.
Bogdan. Stop.
Can I ask a question, please?
Bogdan. Arthur.
Yes.
Is that place racist across McGinnis?
It's Juicy Lucy in one corner, races on the other one.
Where did Juicy Lucy come from? Did we approve that?
No, they never came to us for approval. They went directly to SLA. That's the same owner who have races across the street.
Okay, Bogdan, let me ask a question. I tell you the biggest.
No, wait. I have a lot of problem with Juicy Lucy's. I'm just wondering how they got to be there. I don't remember.
Yeah, that's across them. Yes, they across them. Yes, you're right, Tom. They never came
like,
to
how
us.
did they get to? They just went over our head. And
That's
opened?
correct. That's correct.
Yes,
you're right. That's correct. And they're gonna be just across them.
It's
And
like,
we
that's a
all of
crazy
us live
place.
around there. So if Mr. Kelly wants to invite his wife to a nice restaurant, let him open or next to his window a restaurant. Next restaurant, we have 18 in next 2 blocks, 38 in the area, 38 restaurants and bars. We don't need anymore. At least there is a need for somebody else, and there is a law that's allowed the SLA to have every 2 doors restaurant and bar. Then we have nothing to say. Every 2 doors we have a restaurant. We are tied. Every block we have 2. That is not true. That is a 3 bars around. We have 18.
But you're talking about over 500 feet away.
Let me finish. I
Julia?
want finally
Julia wants to speak, and please don't
Julia.
overtalk me.
Julia, go ahead.
This young lady has provided pictures of bars, not even bars, the liquor store, the corner store, the funeral parlor, the restaurant. If you looked at her application, I don't see 4 bars on that block.
There are.
And I'm going to make a comment. I got on this board for the fact that I thought maybe I'd stop all these liquor spots from being open and restaurants and bars with all these liquors, but that's not happening. This young lady lives in the community, and if, like I said, if you looked at her application and you looked at all the pictures on the block, she's about the only one that's there. Everything else is a liquor store, some other store, and the funeral parlor is somewhere down the block. So why are you making a big fuss about having all these bars? As many bars and we have approved, trust me, we have to go according to what we do as the SLA. So I don't know her A from Adam, but this ain't jiving with me. It's not. It really isn't.
Julia, if I can explain.
Because you're saying there are 4 bars there. Look at the photos. You do not see 4 bars in that area.
Yes, ma'am. Julia, if I can explain you, the funeral home is just across them, okay? And the next corner, actually at the same corner, just across the McGuinness Boulevard. The picture doesn't show that. And other restaurant and bar, which they open, actually they have wine and beer. They open for inside for 15 people. Now they make the DOD approval, and they have put 70 people on the corner of Nassau and Eckford. 70 people sitting there on the little corner place. Then we have a restaurant, which is okay. Then we have 1 block away 2 bars. Then we have another one, 2 bars. And around the corner, when the picture doesn't say that, Juicy Lucy, when they have outside place, inside place, huge. When people just sitting there and talking, not even noisy, you can hear all over. So, and the gentleman who spoke an hour ago, he said he is friend of the applicant, which is very nice. And he said that the application is just for 1 night beer. No, it's full liquor. Thank you.
I make a comment, Santa Michele,
Lucy,
please.
they obviously went around us and got what they wanted. So why are we punishing her for whatever Juicy Lucy did?
No, we're not punishing her. We don't need Julia anymore. We have 28 in the area. We don't need anymore. That's all.
Bogdan, my concern is there was never a bar at this location. It was a quiet block. There was always either like a spa massage place or a store. It's not like there was a restaurant before there. There was working there years ago. No, it was not. There was never a bar. It's a residential buildings all over the place. That's the only concern I have. Otherwise, that's my main concern. That they pick a place. There was never a bar, never a restaurant in the middle of the block. That's my only concern.
And please make a comment if I can be recognized, Santa Michele.
Tom Asante wants you to recognize him.
Question is it about the neighborhood or about this application? Because it's now 10 o'clock. It can't be a whole speech
it is about this
grocery
application.
stores and clothing stores and whatever. It has to be about this application.
This application.
Go ahead.
I believe this. I understand the fact. I was gonna look at the map. I received email from some resident asking for additional help. One concern from the analysis is there is a backyard. We have seen, as you just said, Tom, it seems everybody has a legal license. So now, whatever rule we had before, there is a restaurant, has no impact. The reality, the cumulative impact, even a cafeteria now has a liquor license, and there is impact. definitely beyond retail diversity, which to me is an issue. There is impact. There is a donuts in there with the residential. It means that 99.9% people lives there, and a backyard. Historically, you know, the Milton Street Block Association unprecedentedly stopped to have bar in backyards. We
What's
need
the
to know
problem
more.
with this application?
We don't have a backyard. We're not applying for a backyard. We're not even applying for open restaurant
The
seating.
problem with the application is very simple. What the community needs. The community doesn't need any more drinking place. We find okay. We are completely feeling comfortable with that number what we have at the present time. We don't need any more. Thank you very much that you care for us and you try to open more, but we don't need any more. And community doesn't need any more. People doesn't want to come, doesn't want to even sign petition because they were fighting on fish and lobster 3 years ago and they got the license anyway. And the people not even can come home because they put the table on the street, they put the table on the sidewalk. You cannot even pass by and nothing we can do. That's what this is about the application. The community doesn't need any more places that's going to serve alcohol.
And can I answer some things?
So the next person that comes in, when we have our next meeting, we're gonna deny them too, say we don't need any more liquor license. No more new liquor licenses in the neighborhood. I mean, I can't find it as an excuse that we don't need any more bars and restaurants. You have to have a better a reason. She doesn't have a backyard. She doesn't have anything on the street. You can't predict that she's going to put something on the street. She didn't put that in her application. You know how many applications, I'm telling you, I wanted to say no to for new because we have so many bars in this. I grew up in this neighborhood. We didn't have all these bars. So I'm not understanding the two of y'all's logic. I'm not. I'm looking at the pictures and I'm looking at the pictures.
Very simple. It's very simple, Julia. We have so many restaurants and we don't need that anymore. Community is asking us for stopping that. We every second door we have a place that we can go and have a drink or sit down. That's what it is about. That's all. Nothing else.
Can I make some comments on what we said?
Okay. No, there's like, we have 2 points of view here. We have that there's people who don't want to have any more bars in the neighborhood. We've tried that before. The moratorium doesn't get us anywhere because then the SLA says, well, those people are just against everything, so we're just going to go over their head anyway. And then there's Julia's position that, you know, what's different about this one? We just approved a bunch of other liquor licenses in other places, but what's so special about this spot? There's no bars on that block. There's a million on Manhattan Avenue. That's true, but the state law is 500 feet. There's nothing within 500 feet. So
And
that's
would I
where
be
it
able
is.
to make
So
a few points if I'm not out of line?
what points are we making? It's like we're all yelling and screaming, and it's like we have to get to a place.
Okay.
All right.
I just wanted to answer a few things. Every application with a liquor license tonight had way more than 3 liquor licenses within 500 feet of them.
Michael, I know that, Michael. I'm very clear on that. Every bar in this neighborhood has more than 3 within 500 feet. That's the way it is in this neighborhood. It's the way it is in the entire city of New York. Our new mayor thinks we need more nightlife. There's no way to stop it. I know that. But nobody's calling a vote. So I'm just like waiting to hear what's going on.
I, Julia Foster, vote to approve.
We have to make a motion.
Julia Foster's making a motion to approve.
Anybody seconding that? Who's still here?
Second.
Who was that?
Tommy.
Tommy? All right. Who's still here? Can anybody tell me who's still here? Where's my
I'm here.
All right. So there's a motion to support this application. Julia has made the motion. Tommy has seconded it. So now I'm now going to find my pictures of people on it so I can see who's here. And I'm going to ask, there's only one page of us here. So it looks like Arthur's still here, Bogdan's here, Gina's here, I'm here, Eric is here, Tommy's, Ronan is here, and Arthur's here. So let's, all those in favor of approving this license, put your little paws up somehow. I don't know how you raise your hand on this. There's a raise your hand on Zoom, but I don't
Do
know
we
what's
have
on
a
this.
quorum? Do we have a quorum?
Yes.
Well, yes, we do. So how did you guys raise your hand? I can't figure out how to do that. I'm pathetic. Where's the raise your hand on WebEx?
On the bottom, next to
The three
share.
little dots. The three little dots.
Oh, okay. I was on the wrong page. Okay. There we go. All right. So there were hands. Now they're all gone. There's one. Where am I in the room?
Why don't you ask Jerry to call the roll?
Thomas, may I ask you a question? Because I just find out from the CB1, there is 3 letter against the application. Because when I was looking for application, I didn't see that, but now I see that there's 3
Right.
letters.
There's also a number of emails in favor of it. So I have one from Dylan Maxey, Danielle Hartnett. I'm like, emails came in during the day. I come from home from work at 6 o'clock. I cannot be downloading emails. So I'm sorry.
Okay.
These virtual meetings are going to be the death of all of us. So Eric has suggested if Jerry could do a roll call. So is that possible, Jerry?
No, it's not. Eric can call the roll call if he wants to.
Okay, Jerry, Eric, can you call the names, please?
Sure. Oh, sorry. 1 second.
Like there was since 12:15, there were 20 emails about liquor licenses today. So
Okay, here we go. Sorry. Arthur Divinowski.
Abstain.
Bogdan Bogorowski.
No.
Gina Barros. Gina Barros.
Yes.
Julia Mina Foster.
Yes.
Ronan Daly.
Yes.
Tommy Torres. I vote aye.
And
Tom
I vote
Burrows.
in support.
Okay.
And Arthur and Bogdan, Bogdan abstained?
No, Bogdan voted no.
Okay.
Arthur abstained.
Arthur abstained. Okay.
So that's 1 abstain, 1 no.
7 yes.
No. Eric, Tommy.
Is Isaac still here?
Ronan. Julia. Gina. 6 yes, 1 abstain, 1 no. Motion carries.
Okay.
How many people do we have? We have 7 people?
We have 8 people.
We have 8.
Okay.
Yeah. Isaac, where did Isaac go? Isaac left us. All right. Renewals. Anybody have, please look at the renewal list. Everybody? You want me to go through it fast? What?
She said thank you.
Oh, okay. It's like, everybody look at the renewal list. Is there anything jumping out that we should vote against?
No, I want to go to bed.
No, but sometimes things jump out. So I'm just making sure you've looked at it. Like, for example, Greenpoint Fish and Lobster Company.
Renewals, right?
Yeah, then it's wine and beer. We can't do anything about a wine and beer. So they get renewed anyway. So, all right. So I'm assuming that we're going to just approve all the renewals. There's nothing jumping out. What was I going to say? Yeah, I wanted to ask about Juicy Lucy because I drive past it. And I'm like, where the hell did that come from? But that came without us ever having to do with it. Arthur, Bogdan?
Yeah, that's right. They never came for the liquor license.
Was it during the COVID madness where we didn't have meetings?
Yeah, they opened during COVID.
There's a place across the street from me, this Bonnie's restaurant. It got its liquor license during the COVID when we weren't had meetings.
They did the same thing during COVID.
It's like, they just, they went to liquor license, like, okay, fine.
Yeah, they opened, I don't know, they opened maybe like over a year ago. So yeah.
Because I thought maybe they were calling themselves an open streets attachment to Reza's. The DOT approved it. but they have their own license, because I don't like it, but.
No, and they like they, you know, it's really crowded on the weekends, like a beer garden, you know. So
It's like a beer garden. Yeah, that's definitely, it's like a beer garden.
and
All
there's
right, so-
it's super loud on the weekends outside. That's what it is.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. All right, so I think you all heard me say our meeting in June is the 21st.
Yeah.
Because there was a conflict on the 28th. I don't remember what it was. Isaac would be here. He would tell us what it was. And then July.
It's election day.
What? Did they finally decide it's going to be election day? Tommy?
That's
They
for
keep-
governor and for district leaders.
Oh, okay. They kept moving the date around, so I was like, okay. If
Are you finished with your agenda yet?
Yes, we're done.
Okay, have a good night.
Jerry, you can go home. Thank you, everybody.